This week we molest a barfly and beat up a hobo for half a fifth of whiskey, just like the heroes we are, as we discuss the 1988 action horror film, Deadbeat at Dawn.
This is not a dream. Not a dream. We are using the waves of
Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always is the best motherfucker you ever saw, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
I am doing so well because I've already watched this movie 2 times. It made my weekend.
I'm so glad to hear that. And Tim, joining us as always, the non-believer crankhead voodoo queen, Candice. How are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. I was glad to see there was a female character I identified with in this movie. You know, there's so few.
There's a lot of great female characters in this movie.
Movie's full of women.
Chock full of broads. And you know what? They're treated really well.
They are. This is a gold standard. You know how I was talking about this before the show, that women are holding men more accountable for their actions and expecting better in their relationships than they used to?
Not in my house.
It's a downfall of men. That's it.
Yeah.
But this movie can be used as a touchstone for what the gold standard should be of how men should treat women.
It's a real low watermark. That's for goddamn sure.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
Okay. You gotta beat them up.
Yeah, don't respect them. What's wrong with you?
My wife's in for a surprise.
Oh, boy. So, here we are rounding the corner on Listener Request Month, and this week we were suggested so many things. We went through and we selected Deadbeat at Dawn. That was suggested to us by Christopher440, a.k.a. Chopper Bronson 1 on Twitter, because I guess Chopper Bronson.
Good pick, man. Good pick.
Yeah, he also picked Meet the Feebles, though, Tim.
Did he, for real?
Yep.
Wow, that's a tough scale to balance out. I don't know.
It runs hot or cold, I guess. So thank you for the suggestion. And I want to give you a personal thank you for the suggestion. And I'm gonna break here for a minute and kind of go off. I've had a shitty weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So far. That's not your fault for once. No. And I mean, shitty, but white privilege shitty. You know what I mean? Like, not
the best kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's right.
Never that bad. You know, I didn't lose my house or some shit. You know, just annoyances, right? So the first annoyance is Manscaped reached out to me.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Do we owe them money? The cocksucker's going to say we owe them money?
No. So their accounting department reached out to me and is like, hey, here's the receipt for the thing. We're going to pay you. Just fill out this W-9 and we'll send you the money, right?
Okay.
So I checked the receipt for it, and wouldn't you know, it's for 1 month of promos.
Oh, we did, what, 3? No, 6 months.
We did 3.
Right?
No,
Okay.
we did
No, we
3,
did 3,
not
yeah.
6.
Candice can never remember. She went on some fucking show and said 1 month, and some motherfucker, Manscaped went, bingo, we got him. She just said 1 month.
There you go. Well, no, Tim, because they sent me a contract to sign at the beginning of it. So
Yeah.
I sent that back to the accounting department and said, yeah, I think y'all need to account a little better, because here's where it says
Eddie
fucking
says
3
do better.
months. Eddie says do better, exactly. So then they the guy that used to be the rep there, Sam, I'm going to call him Sam.
Oh, wait,
Dick
Eddie,
Nose.
can I interrupt you? Because I love to do that anyway. Did they give you the thing of, well, you know, the guy that wrote that contract up doesn't work here anymore, so I have to talk to my supervisor or my manager about what we can do?
No, the guy that wrote the contract up emailed me back and said, hey, I understand there's a problem with the pay. What's going on, buddy? And I'm like, well, motherfucker, good to hear from you again. Huh? How you been? Somebody in your family die like it fucking Blue Chew?
Somebody
That was
lose
the
their
guy's-
balls, and that's why they were in the hospital for the weekend.
That was the guy's excuse at Blue Chew. Was one of their family members died, so that's why the company didn't pay me for a while. Anyhow,
Wow.
Great.
yeah.
My
Blame me
uncle
gonna-
didn't call the hospital after a 14-hour erection, and he died.
That's when you
So
know
anyhow-
you're running a legit business.
Yeah. So anyhow, I told them I was just like, yeah, there's not much of a problem except that I'm only, getting offered a third what you fuckers are, were contracted to pay me. So that's, that was the start of the weekend. Then I went out and I purchased Cult of the Lamb.
Okay.
And
how
if you
was
haven't heard of this,
I know what
it
is.
is. It's based. Well, the listener doesn't. If you haven't heard of this, it's basically like Hades meets Stardew Valley.
Sounds great.
It's a
Oh, that's right up
fantastic
both your
game.
alleys,
Yeah, fantastic game. You run around, you're cutting the shit out of things, sacrificing your villagers to gain more power, and then feeding their
I
dead
like
bodies.
that idea.
Yeah, then you can cook the dead bodies of the sacrifices and feed it to the other villagers in your cult.
Awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Well, that's good. That's recycling, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
that's sorcery with an environmental slant.
Exactly. It's reducing the carbon footprint twice. So having a great time doing that. And then I was, all right, this is good. We're having a good time here. I go. So we have a little one in the house. So I've got a baby gate that divides the living room, which is safe, from the kitchen, which has all sorts of sharp objects, right? So I got to step over the baby gate to get into the other room with two glasses in one hand and a plate in the other hand. And my foot gets caught on the gate.
Oh boy.
So I fall forward. And I say, okay, well, I'm going to throw the glasses because fuck them. I'll buy more. I throw the plate because fuck them. I'll buy more. And I thankfully I catch myself with my left hand.
Oh.
And I feel this immediate stabbing, burning, stinging pain in my left thumb that shoots all the way up to my elbow.
Well, at least it's not your jack-off hand.
You don't know that, Candice.
That's true.
That's true. No, but it's my gaming hand.
Yeah.
That's more important than the jack in hand.
Fucked that right up. So that kind of sucked. And you know what? This morning, what was what?
How'd you cut your hand?
I didn't cut it. I hurt my entire weight. I landed. I caught all of myself with that hand.
So aren't you so glad that you're tall? Because the bigger they are, the harder they fall and fuck up your wrist or your thumb.
Yeah. So my wrist's fine. My thumb still hurts a little bit. I'm recovering. I'll be able to game tonight.
So Candice, you could just fall down face first and you're not going to hurt yourself?
I attribute part of my flexibility to my small stature because I can do a forward fold in yoga and have my forearms on the ground. I can bend over so far. And I think it's because I'm so low to the ground. I don't have to go as far.
I was thinking you like a weeble wobble. It'd be really hard to knock you over. You know what I mean? I think you got a really good center of gravity going on there. But so I was having a shitty weekend. Then I was like, all right, I got to record this episode. I'm going to put the fucking movie on this morning and just, sit through it, watch it, make my notes. Turned my weekend around, this fucking movie.
Good.
Turned it around. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So phenomenal. So Candice,
are we recommending that people watch it before they
listen
listen to the
Yes. It's on Tubi. It's on the Blood Bank. Whatever. Beg, steal, borrow, beat the shit out of a hobo and take his money to get it. I don't care. You need to watch it. So Candice, let's go back to form here, my friend. What have you been consuming this week?
I finally got the full paid version of Final Fantasy XIV. So I was up until 1 a.m. 1 a.m. last night.
So you've been consuming your husband's cock to get him to allow you to...
No, it was more like me pouting for a long period of time. That works too.
So just his thoughts and his sanity. Okay.
But I finally got it. But I wanted to share this story about something my cat did. Yeah, you're going to hear a cat story. Everybody likes cats.
Yeah.
You guys especially like cats. So, I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I open the door, I let the dogs out, and then the cat usually runs out with them, and she'll usually hang out in the yard for 30 minutes and then come back in, eat breakfast. She has a good life. But when I went into the back door to open, to like let the cat in, I saw another cat there. And this is a cat that's been hanging around our house for a bit. It's like this gray one that's really meowy. Like very vocal cat. And I thought for sure it was going to try to fuck my cat up. So I like opened the door and there's my cat just chilling with it. Just hanging out like they're buds. I was like, okay, so
They've had a secret relationship all this time, Candice.
I know, and so Willow comes in, and that cat tries to follow her inside the house.
She invited her in.
I was like, this is not a cat flop house. You are not welcome here. So I shove the cat away with my foot and close the door, and then my cat starts meowing, wanting back out. And I was like, no, you're not bringing your fucking friend into this house. I don't know where it's been.
Your cat probably already has fleas if they're already hanging out together, so what's the point now?
Yeah, luckily my cat's fixed, so I don't have to worry about oopsie kittens. And
so they can just fuck for fun.
Exactly. The way God intended. But no, I just wanted to share that story because I was like, you guys like cats, and I was pretty amused by that. I didn't know that cats had buds like that, and that she would try to bring her friends into the house. Like, oh man, it's great. We got treats over here. You shit in this box. That's cool.
Giving them a tour. Yeah. Your house just becomes the fucking pussy palace all of a sudden. There's just cats fucking in and out of there. That's awesome.
I remember there used to be a Korean TV animal show that my wife and I used to watch a long time ago. I don't think it's on anymore, but I mean, it was like a show that was on for like 20 years over there. And it was like every month they would have a story, and it was mostly cats, outdoor cats, who were just like going from one place to the other and just getting fed, hanging out for like half an hour, meowing, getting let out, and then just going like to the next house, to the next door, all that shit. Cats are slick. They know that shit.
Yeah, this fucking cat, I know this cat because that's exactly what it does. Like, everybody in the neighborhood just feeds this cat. It just hangs out. I just wasn't expecting it to try to come into my house. That was a line too far.
This
fucker got a little too familiar, man. One time when we were living in Florida, we had those outside cats. One of them tried to get into our house, and my big cat that I had back then, Chunk, he got fucking. Well, that was a perfect name for him. He got fucking pissed off at this stray cat coming in the house, fucking charged it. It ran off, backed itself into a corner, and shit. It was so fucking scared.
Oh, my God.
I was like, God damn.
Chunk no love sloth.
No. Fucking that other cat made a chunk on the floor. So what about you, Tim? What have you been consuming, my friend?
Well, I almost finished with the Sandman episodes on Netflix.
Okay.
Which I think, Candice, are you already done with it?
Yeah, I'm done with it, yeah. Oh, so fucking... I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it in here. This is the best comic book adaptation I have ever seen. Of any, like, genre of comics.
I'll say it's pretty damn close, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's not exactly like the comics, which that's not a bad thing.
Some things that they change around, they have to, yeah.
But I definitely think it's the best adaptation I've ever seen.
Plus, it's a show, I think I said this on Twitter, or I said it in the Discord, I don't remember. I said, it's a show that I should hate, but I love it.
That's impressive.
There's a lot of things in the show that I'd be like, maybe if there's anything else, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But it's just so well done. And, I mean, you can't beat Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Yeah.
And novels or anything like that as a source material.
I would never think that they would successfully adapt this, because it's such weird source material. There's so much weird shit that happens, and they make it work. One thing is the casting. Everybody's roles in this is amazing. They had the perfect people for every role.
So, yeah, I think I got like 2 more episodes of that. The only thing I could say that throws me a little bit, and I actually had to look online, because I guess I wasn't the only one, is how they have everybody fucking like stretched out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was my TV messing up.
See? No, that's supposed to represent like the dream-like quality of the whole thing. But I'm like, I don't like it because it's distracting me, because I'm looking like, why is her face so long? Why is his face so long? What the fuck? Because you really notice it like on the close-ups on the face. But other than that, I mean, that's the only complaint I have about like what, an 11 fucking part miniseries, a 10-part. That's pretty damn good. And then I watched the 5th episode of The Rehearsal, which I cannot say anything about it until everybody's watched it. But if you are not watching the rehearsal on HBO or in other places, maybe some bank might have the episodes, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
you are doing yourself a disservice.
Actually,
it is groundbreaking. It is stuff that people in history books, in psychology books will be talking about for years and years and years.
I actually canceled my HBO Max subscription.
Oh, really?
Yep. And Discovery Plus. Well, I had to like make room for.
Well, they just merged.
Yeah,
right?
they just merged, and they were like getting ready to gut HBO Max.
Yeah.
And which is a goddamn shame.
What's the point of that? I don't understand. What's the point of taking the best streaming service, the one that the most people like and the least people bitch about?
I didn't know this, so I was
it.
looking into this. I didn't realize this, but Discovery is huge outside of the U.S. Like, that's their moneymaker.
Yeah, because it's stupid, easy shows that it's easy to put subtitles up on when this one's fucking this one in a fucking beach house.
Yeah,
that's it.
And
it's all fucking reality bullshit.
And HBO shows are expensive to make, so that's probably why they're doing it. God
and I'm really surprised.
God forbid you pay writers, to make good material. Why not just throw some cameras on some assholes, and then there's your show, and people will eat it up.
And you're right, Candice, because I was shocked too, because if anything, if you would put a gun to my head a couple months ago and said, who has the power to buy the other one, I would have said HBO could buy fucking Discovery Plus 10 times
That's what I thought happened. I thought Warner bought Discovery, but it was the other way around. Compared to Discovery, Warner's small potatoes. Yeah, that's crazy.
All of those fucking the dumb ghost shows.
Well, it's just going to get to a point where it's crazy, because I'm old enough to remember where I had like 4 channels, main channels, and then you had like the regular like 3 local channels. So maybe at best you had 10 or 13 channels that you could watch on TV at any time, right?
Yeah.
Then cable came out, and then it was about, well, now there's 55 channels I could watch, and now there's 65 channels I can watch, and everything like that. And I like these kind of movies. I got HBO, you got Showtime, you got the movie channel, you got Max, and all that shit. And you can watch it. Now everything is like being so fucking like boxed in, where if you want to watch any Warner Brothers movie, you have to fucking sign up for Discovery Plus, because they're the only ones who have it.
It's becoming cable all over again.
Yeah, exactly. It's the whole thing of cutting the cord. It's now becoming the same thing. It's probably more expensive now. If you had to sign up for all the fucking streaming services to be able to what you want to watch, like how it used to be, like maybe 15 years ago, if you had HBO, Showtime, and Cinemax, you were pretty much set for any kind of movies that you wanted to watch or see.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting fucked, buddy. They're just, it's the same companies that are running it. It was inevitable.
Yeah, it was going to happen eventually. Doesn't make me happy about it, though.
Plus, the other thing, too, is these companies pay so much fucking outrageous sums of money for these things that they're never going to end up being profitable, and they're going to end up having to sell it off 5 or 10 years down the road to somebody else.
Yeah, then the thing you've been subscribed to is going to lose the rights to everything you used to watch, and
Disney paid like $10 billion fucking dollars or something for the Star Wars rights? How the fuck do you make that
What's
money
crazy
back?
Is that Microsoft paid more for that for Activision Blizzard than Disney did for Star Wars.
That's true. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got Call of Duty, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right.
Pays for itself.
That's so funny
and whatever else that Activision makes.
That's so funny. Sony literally said we can't compete with Call of Duty. Their entire video game division cannot compete with Call of Duty. That's sad.
Well, no, it's just a locked-in property. It's the same thing like with Madden or FIFA. It's just, it's got the name recognition, and it's hard to break into.
People who don't play video games still play those games. Like, there are people who they only buy one video game in a year, and it's the new Madden. That's all they'll ever buy. It's those people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck you, those people.
Yeah.
You're ruining it for everybody else.
Buy a shitload of
I haven't bought a Madden
fuckers.
game in like 5 years, and I feel great.
You don't have
I buy
to.
the hockey game every year, and it makes me crazy because it sucks, but it's the only game in town, and I love it, but fuck Madden.
So I have been consuming a book.
Oh, shit. You've actually, like, a physical book?
Oh, that's right. You tweeted about something about you getting involved with books.
I'm looking into this whole book thing. Turns out it's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
I've been consuming this book, The Fisherman. by John Langan.
Oh, that sounds right up your alley. I haven't read that, but I, follow a lot of book groups, and the way they describe it, I'm like, yeah, that's Eddie, all right.
It's so for the listeners, don't look into it, at all. It's a story about two men learning how to deal with loss while fishing.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I'm kidding. That does not sound awesome at all.
Wow, Candice.
This does not sound like a Candice type.
No, the way you said it, that didn't sound like a real "that's awesome" sound. That's awesome.
Okay, and I'm not that far into it.
Eddie and I have both been married long enough to know that when our wife is that's awesome. It's not awesome.
Boy, that's great. Okay, and here, skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want any spoilers of it. It devolves into a Lovecraftian horror about like these weird monsters in the town and deals with ancient gods.
Oh, well, that actually does sound awesome. Genuinely.
Yeah, there you go. And it's very, very well written. One thing I hate with a lot of books, honestly, is the authors will write every character sounding the same.
Well, they're just not good authors then.
Yeah, well, there are some pretty good authors who are guilty of it.
Like who? Name names. Put them on blast.
No, that would be mean.
Think about the least likely one that you could ever possibly get to come onto the show.
Okay, Stephen King. All of his characters are the same.
Wow.
Oh, man, you're coming at Tim's man here.
Wow.
I know. That's why I had to say that one. No, he's very good at giving everybody a unique voice and just the shifting, because there's a lot of jumping between timelines and stuff. It's just handled very well.
Yeah, it makes me very happy that you're reading an actual book. I mean, I know you do audiobooks, and those are great.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of audiobooks too sometimes. But like, I always say that people love reading, they just don't know there's something out there for them. There are so many different fucking kinds of books in the world. And people are just like, well, I don't like Twilight, so I'm not going to read. It's like, yeah, but or they're like, I don't like fucking what's another huge thing? I don't like 50 Shades of Grey, so I don't like to read. It's like there's so many different kinds. There's something for everyone.
That's as stupid as saying I don't like most music, so I don't like music.
But people do that.
You like music. Don't be stupid. All right, but I'll tell you what I love, and that's Deadbeat at Dawn.
Yeah.
First question I've got for everybody before we get into your history. What the fuck is with the title Deadbeat at Dawn?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, is there some kind of ticking clock going on with this stuff? Does he have to pay somebody back at dawn, or otherwise he's a deadbeat? Or they're going to beat him dead at dawn? I keep calling it Deadbeat by Dawn because of Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. That's what I said. When I was searching for it too, I had Deadbeat by Dawn.
But that's on me.
Yeah, that's your, what the fucking Berenstein Bears shit. Yeah, that's your Mandela effect with this movie. All right, so, Tim, any history with this movie?
Come on. Let's just skip over. This show's going to be long enough. Let's get over this bullshit. I've seen this fucking movie
I was
before.
the one who,
Candice
when it came up, I was like, you guys should watch this. I think you'd like it.
Okay, Candice, what's your history with this film?
I watched it on the last drive-in with Joe Bob. It's one of the reasons I really like that show. It's like he covers things that I would probably never watch on my own, and so it's like I discover them. And I thought this movie was pretty fucking good, considering, like, it's kind of it is a vanity project. It's the same person doing the special effects, doing the acting, doing the writing, doing the directing, doing the editing. Like, he fucking does everything. But I think he makes a damn good movie. And fuck yeah, they're not special effects, but the stunts.
The stunts are
that's
incredible.
Him actually doing it. And
there was a couple of times where I was like, I'm looking at holy shit, that's really fucking him.
Yeah, it's really him. Like, he really does these things. And I was reading... You might go into this in the background. I was reading an article, some stuff about the Jim Van Bebber. Yeah, Jim Van Bebber. Mm-hmm. Like, he said that he got fucked around so much when he made this movie, and everybody was treating him like a joke. And it wasn't until the Arrow video release of it that he felt like someone actually cared about it and respected him as a movie person, as like a movie creator, which I thought was very heartwarming.
Well. I mean,
I've
that
seen
makes
so
sense,
many.
because if you make a movie and Arrow comes at you like 25 years later and goes, "Hey, we want to put a DVD out," that guy's going to give you some.
Yeah,
kind of
like
recognition.
I've seen so many bad vanity projects that were just like, hey, look how hot I am. I'm already the coolest person in the world. And you like Neil Breen, This is not like
Yeah.
that. This is an actual good vanity project. I'm very impressed with this movie. And it's also a great example of guerrilla filmmaking.
To call it good, I might have some contentions with that. Is it enjoyable?
Well, it depends on what she means by good.
Right. Is it enjoyable? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it
a well-made movie and well put together with a coherent story
No.
and plot lines that pay off?
No, not at all.
I know it's
make any
definitely a
sense?
flawed
No.
movie. Like, great as it's not a great, well-made, well-directed, well-shot, well-acted movie.
The beauty is in the
exactly.
flaws,
It's
right?
good for the kind of movie that it is. It's very flawed. There's a lot wrong with it, but there's so much like genuine heart to this movie. As far as like the filmmaker, you could tell he really gave a shit and was trying his best.
I think everybody in this movie gives a shit. I think everybody is giving it their all, right?
Maybe not the guys on wardrobe. I think they didn't.
Were there guys on wardrobe, Eddie? You mean guys on wardrobe? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Is bring whatever your fucking mom will let
And
you
I
take
remember
out of the
when I
house.
watched it on Joe Bob, Last Drive-In with Joe Bob, like, I messaged the Grind Bin and was like, this is a perfect movie for the Grind Bin.
I was thinking the same thing when I'm watching. I'm like, holy shit, this could be, we could have like, for the first time, we could have competing
Well, they're
shows.
lost. So.
Yeah, because they got a fucking production schedule like 3 months behind. So good
that's
luck
because
catching
they're
up with
actually,
us.
popular. But
they just did the fucking Shasta McNasty episode that I told them to do.
Oh god, that just came. I forgot about that too. You motherfucker. He Nathan Fielder this.
Oh my god, so good too. There was so many landmines in that fucking one.
There was some legit fucking funny things in it. I think I said the other day, and I'll still stand by it. I love a little person dummy getting thrown around.
Oh my god, the best.
Not the actual little person, but just the dummy of a little person getting thrown around.
The best.
It's just so funny and cute at the same time.
Yeah, the absolute best.
I was talking to my husband because he was like, I don't really like the term little person. I feel like it's demeaning. And I'm like, well, it's their preferred term.
And look, in 20 years, it will be a bad word, and there'll be something else. So like, don't say little person, say this.
But he was like, I don't know. He's like, I just don't think it's a good term. And I'm like, well, it's not really up to you to decide that now, is it?
And did they decide it, or did TLC decide it? I think TLC put their fucking thumb on the scale with that, because all their shows are little people this, little person, big world, all that.
Candice, of the two of you, you're the only one that would be nearly qualified to weigh in on that fucking subject.
That's right. You could say the M word if you want.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. I don't know about that.
Just don't use a hard G.
Yeah. So, you know what? There was a moment in this movie I was surprised that didn't get dropped.
Oh, I know.
We'll
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, ooh, this is going to get rough. Okay. So.
Well, hold on. I just want to say this thing, because if this was on Last Drive-In, why isn't this movie more well-known? Because I would think that any movie that's on Joe Bob's Last Drive-In gets a huge amount of fucking eyes on it. And big bump.
I'll say it probably does for about a week. You know, then people forget. Like, this is also not really horror.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Because there's a voodoo.
No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Wait, maybe there is. Wait, there's a couple minutes left. I hope it is. Wait,
Right.
No, I would definitely put it more of like Assault on Precinct 13, where it's your urban crime, or like the Warriors. You know, like what's the term I'm looking for here?
It's just street gangs.
Yeah, street gangs.
Just shitty people being shitty.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wearing stupid masks.
So, I mean, I don't have a lot of background there because like you said, Jim Van Beber did it. Apparently, he's not a great person. I was trying to find him to potentially talk to him, and he's got a lot of views on politics and vaccinations.
And I felt
stuff.
bad for him because he was talking about how dicked around he got by Dayton, Ohio.
That's why I everybody was making fun of him. Like, hey, you stupid idiot, you're doing all these stunts yourself on rusty fucking ladders. You might want to get a tetanus shot. I don't need a fucking tetanus shot.
Yeah,
right?
The stunts he does are fucking crazy. Oh,
yeah,
and
gotta give it to him.
I will point out, this is, because I'm not a very reactive person often, this is one of the movies that I legitimately, I'm sitting here watching it alone. I'm like, what the fuck? Just out loud.
Yeah.
My wife is just like, is there something wrong with you? I don't.
There were times I was like, who is that girl? Is that one's girlfriend? Is that one?
Oh,
I was like, is that Larry Bird? Is that is that John Holmes? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Is he the star of the movie? Because we're starting off on this guy.
So
then we go to this other guy.
Yeah, I mean, so he did. He's best known for this. Clearly, he also did the Manson Family and My Sweet Satan, which are that's if you play Led Zeppelin in reverse.
So wait, he wrote and directed those movies, or he was like in those movies?
He wrote, directed, and was in.
Oh wow! I think I have to watch that.
They're not like full movies, though. I think My Sweet Satan's
so
like 30 minutes.
I could watch another 30 minutes of this movie if it's anything like this fucking movie. An extra 30 minutes as well.
Very fair, very fair. All right,
it's probably all the satanic shit that was cut out of this movie.
Could be.
This is probably a 3-hour cut.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of satanic stuff right up front in this movie. We'll okay. We'll
is
kick
Ishtar
it off
satanic?
I don't know what.
I thought that was a Prince symbol. I thought that was Prince's name that they walk around the neck. I was like, you Prince, you hack.
The artist formerly known as.
Yes.
So, yeah, we start off with the Smodious Production Company logo.
Sounds like that's something bad.
What does Smodious mean?
It sounds like some sort of a side effect. Like, yeah, man, I hooked up with this chick the other night. Now I got some Smodious going on.
Or if you use Manscaped products, you get Smodious all around your crotch and balls.
Or it sounds satanic. Behold, Lord Asmodeus.
I think it's like Asmodeus. Yeah.
That sounds like a Sith Lord more than anything else.
I was making a play on words. Excuse me for not getting the name right. Asmodeus. It was a joke.
That was one of the bosses in Diablo 3. So I guess it tracks. So we start.
No, it's just Star Wars, and I have the Gatekeeper every once in a while.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I need. I'm glad I have you on here for that shit because I'm never going to pick up on it. So we start off strong, though. We got a dude washing a knife in my first apartment that I lived in.
Lovely place.
And him running and then stitching himself up. And then we cut to a couple of witches. And one of them doesn't believe enough or something. So she leaves.
Perfect line for anybody running that scam, right?
Yep.
Oh, whatever you said to me didn't happen.
Yeah,
because you didn't believe hard enough, honey.
Oh, Tim, you would have loved this. I just read this news article about this motherfucker that tricked his aunt into like stealing a $9 million painting by saying it was haunted.
Oh.
Wait, so she
gave it.
Oh, fuck. You know what? Holy shit, Eddie. That is a great fucking scam. Just get like a fucking truck. Just drive around these small little fucking towns, right? Mm-hmm. They got all these garage sales or whatever. And like, yo, that fucking chair from Louis XIV is haunted.
Yeah.
You need a special person. Here's a card for somebody I know. His name is Eddie. Give him a call. He can get rid of your chair.
That was that Nathan For You episode with the woman, the realtor. Yeah, this place is definitely not haunted. And I was like, is she believing this or is she just playing along? Because I can't tell.
Okay, here it is. Brazilian woman swindled elderly mom out of art worth $140 million using psychic to claim it was cursed.
Wow.
Fucking love it.
Wow.
That's the.
Well, now hold on. Can the courts really prove that it's not cursed?
Oh God, Tim. Really? That's the defense.
This is in Brazil, right? This is in Brazil, correct? Yeah. Okay, Brazil is a very religious country, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? You're the prosecutor. Mm-hmm. The burden of proof is on you to prove that this painting isn't haunted. In fact, look what the ghost is doing to my client right now. She's sitting here, maybe going to jail for the rest of her life, and this ghost and this demon is laughing at us
she's in
all.
possession of the painting. She's cursed. That's why you're prosecuting her, right? You're playing into their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what we should
let
really
her sell it.
Yeah.
And then the curse will be lifted.
Right. No, what we should do is we'll try to burn it, and if it doesn't burn, then we know it's cursed.
Let's try to glue our hands to it and see if our hands don't stick.
Oh, God damn it. Weren't those were PETA people that were gluing their hands to the thing, right?
Was it PETA? I thought it was like something with the environment.
Yeah, pain in the ass people.
See, that's how effective those protests are, because we don't know if it was for PETA or if it was for the environment, right?
A couple of broads. Who cares? So anyway... we're introduced to the leader of the spiders.
The spiders and the raven. No, he's the leader.
No, is it the spiders? I think they just referred to as ravens and spiders. I don't think they ever
these
say
are great gang names. The ravens and the spiders. Okay, and his name is Goose.
Goose, and he abducts a broad. And tries to rape
This
her.
is the Larry Bird.
This was the guy I said, his mustache is so pale, looks like his upper lip is blurry.
Yeah, that's a Larry Bird look.
So he abducts a dude, and he's like, yeah, we've got Danny, or whatever, so you better not say anything. Now I'm going to get me a little. Starts beating the piss out of this broad in his car, and then a cop stops by and is like, hey, what are you guys doing in there? He's like, yeah, it's fine. And then she like runs away.
Yeah.
Poor fucking cop, man. Do something. Arrest this fucking guy. Do something.
He was like, is it okay? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. And then she just runs away. So, I mean.
Okay, here's where I got a little bit confused. Is this his girlfriend later on?
No, this is just some random broad.
No, this is Goose's girlfriend.
So wait, that's her car. Is that Goose's girlfriend? And she doesn't tell. Oh wait, is that why the gang war is going on in the cemetery?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Because I was going to say, that's her car that she's trying to get into, and he tries to jump her in the car.
Right. Tim,
the cop comes up, and she just like doesn't say anything, and just runs away because she's like, "Oh, that's my girlfriend." We just fooling around.
I think it's because they're like street toughs. You know, they're not going to narc each other out, even if they did attempt to rape you. That's just not what you do.
Honor among rapists. I get it.
Okay, yeah.
So then,
what color wall of silence would you call that?
Red.
The pink wall of silence. The black and blue.
The black and blue line.
So then we cut to Danny after banging some chick in an adult theater, asking, "Hey, She's like, "Hey, do you love me?" So he starts choking her like you do. And then
no, first he's got to rip down the blanket so he can see her tits.
Oh yeah, we got to see some titties. And then he says, "If you fuck around with me again, bitch, I'll rip your eyes out and eat them."
And she's into it.
Yeah.
Caribbean?
Watch the Sandman.
So then,
Neil Gaiman, you hack.
Then we meet Goose, the leader of Death Force. Sorry, I mean,
come on, which is a better name?
I just love the fact that this
this
doesn't even like pretend to not be in Dayton, Ohio. Like this is all about the turbulent, gang-ridden streets of Dayton, Ohio. It's really hard to take it seriously, but that's one of the reasons why I love it. It's like it's just so weird that it's about Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. Okay.
It explains why there's two people of color in the movie.
That's true. Yeah, one of them's homeless. So.
With such a great line, man. I love that. He's my hero.
There's a lot of heroes in there. That's cool.
So then we get the news that Danny and the spiders are moving in on him. So they're going to meet up in the cemetery for a fight.
Because that's at turf, right?
Yeah. So then they show up with masks on. And
no, only the one guy shows up with the fucking mask. Oh, that's right. Both of the leaders show with the fucking mask on. Nobody else has the mask. I'm watching it right now on my phone.
Tim.
None of them. She just pulled the fucking the Lone Ranger mask off of fucking Goose.
Okay, what about the guy with
Oh,
the
that was
Batman
great.
mask
I love
that's got
it.
the Batman fucking
Yes,
logo on
that
it,
was
Tim?
so good.
Yes.
This is
What
He
the
gives a shit more than this fucking guy does, man. That guy fucking spent some money on a Halloween mask.
no effort. Just no fucking
well, you got to
effort,
imagine they
but-
probably
and they're all
had
wearing-
no money. They were like, "Hey, what did you wear for Halloween last year?"
Oh, yeah.
Because that's going to be your costume.
Yeah.
But why would you have only the two of them wear the mask? Because throughout the movie, it's only like one person at a time is wearing a mask, and they almost immediately take it off after you see the mask.
I think that's so you can recognize the leader in a big crowd of white men who look very much the same.
So it's like a.
That's true. Yeah, everybody's
It's
got
like
those
Alexander
fucking
the
Ray-Bans
Great.
on.
He always wore really big headdresses so the enemy could always see who he was in the crowd.
Exactly. See, they always just wear the Batman mask with a rubber band on it, and for some reason, a jock strap
On the outside?
just on top of their pants.
Oh my god! Unlike Clockwork Orange, much.
Yeah, but these are like flappy. Like there's nothing like they're not attached properly.
Yeah, you got to
They-
keep the cup part in. You don't just wait.
They
the
do
jock-
look
the
like
jock
LARPers
strap,
having
right?
a turf war. Like, this is our cemetery
Yeah.
that we use.
So they get into the fight, but then the fight just ends up being the two leaders. Everybody circles around them.
Okay. Here's why I love this fucking movie. Okay? Straight up, as soon as I saw this part, I was like, this is the most beautiful fucking movie I've ever seen. This movie proves that, yes, you do bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah. Because they're like,
Right?
oh, you're going to bring the man in here and he's going to solve all your problems?
Well, Candice, it starts off with the two gangs where they both have their mask on. Both of the leaders have guns, right? They walk up to each other, and then they agree, no guns, because, the cops are going to come here, and if you use a gun, that's like you ratting us out to the cops, so let's go to a knife. And I'm like, you don't de-escalate from having guns at a gang fight.
Yeah, maybe
No,
you
let's just
don't.
use knives.
Hey, you know what?
So I love this fucking
Just
thing.
go
Plus, it's got the
barehanded.
tiniest
Oh,
little
yeah, that
fucking
thing is-
pistol ever.
Oh,
That
God,
thing
that
is so
fucking
small. What
revolver.
is that?
That's a 20.
Bieber is packing. He's got a 15-inch fucking cock that's as thick as a fucking can of tomatoes.
doesn't show
if he's
it.
using that gun.
It's a 22 6-shot revolver, but
Yeah, that's true, Candice.
it looks like a fucking cap gun.
I
though,
just- yeah,
'cause-
it
oh my
does.
God, yeah, it looks so stupid. The scene when he's like, "I'm going to do it," and I'm like, "That's not going to do it." So anyway,
Oh, that's right. You know what? You're just going to end up in the fucking hospital
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, not being able to eat or think.
you're just going to need to wear the mask like 24/7. So they get into this fun knife fight and they slash each other up a little bit. Then the rest of the gang, they decide to get involved. And they're just beating the piss out of each other. And I put in one of the chicks looks like all horny while her boyfriend's getting cut up.
Yes, that's right. I thought there was going to be a part where she just like walks over the fucking Larry Bird motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, plus, you know what? She's in a bad relationship, right? Because she's asked this guy, "Do you love me?" And he fucking tries to choke her out.
Yeah.
So she's probably a little bit happy that Larry Bird is getting the shit beat out of him.
He does look like Larry Bird.
Although, if you told me,
And the irony is,
And John Holmes. He looks like
if you
fucking
told
John
me
A
that
Holmes.
they were
little,
actually
yeah.
cutting each other right here, I'd believe it. I'd 100% believe it.
that looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. But it's the irony is that the Larry Bird looking motherfucker was in Spiders, not Raven.
That's true.
It's because he's a bird. And a raven's a bird.
Oh,
Tim.
I get it.
Oh, and another thing that bothered me about the movie, way too many people fucking spitting on each other.
Oh my god, yes, because you know what? I think what it is, they don't have money for like actual weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the best kind of fight choreography, the cheapest kind, is spit in his face.
Yeah. And there's a point.
Right?
There's a fucking point.
I know at the
rifling
hospital
later.
that would happen a
Well,
lot because it's like you don't have a weapon, but you really want to piss someone off real good. Spit on them, and that's going to ruin their day.
Yeah.
That, to throw your
That
piss
too.
on them, whatever, right?
Something. Yeah. Stick your finger in their ass, Tim.
Somebody throws piss on me, they get a lot more
A whole
stuff in their ass.
Then I have one guy pulls a gun. He's cheating. So Goose shoots his hand off. Excellent
It was
hand shoot
good.
off
Yeah,
scene.
that shit explodes.
Just pops like a zit. Just and then the cops show up and
Yeah.
ruin their fun. So we go back home.
Beat it. It's one cop car.
And Goose is treating his injuries by dumping whiskey on his hand. and then immediately getting into a bathtub so his girlfriend can stitch it up because that's sanitary, is what I put here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the house that they're living in. I'm like, you don't want to get in that bathtub, right? Maybe you want to take a shower at best, but even then,
I feel like
the water that's coming out of
100%
that
they're
faucet.
squatting there. Have you seen
Oh,
how
yeah.
they
Of
get
course
in
they
there?
are, Candice. Candice, he locks her in the fucking house with a padlock on the outside in a condemned building where she have because obviously he has to leave that room to get to the fucking exit, right? The only exit out of that building. He's locked her in a fire trap.
You know what?
But I love her so much.
Tim, this is the school setup Republicans want us to have. One exit, you lock from the outside.
Oh.
No, it's crazy. Like, if that's your whole house and you lock the only door, like, I've got like one room in the house like that, but the whole fucking house, that's ridiculous.
You have one room.
Yeah,
with
that's the recording studio.
Yeah.
They lock him in there because they know he's going to get crazy, and he has to promise to calm down before they open it.
Nah, I got a window, bitch.
You just hear, is Dad done with his recording? And then you hear like a thump as you hit the ground outside. We got a runner!
No. So number one, it's on the second story of the house. Number two, there's a massive trampoline out back.
Boing.
You thought I fucked my hand up earlier, man. I would just explode if I jumped out.
You better
You
get
hit
rid
the
of it before you got
trampoline
teenage
only
daughters,
halfway,
I'll tell
and you
that.
just break your back right there.
Yeah. No, sadly, it's a really safe trampoline, so it's got the net all
There's
the way
no such
around.
thing.
Tim,
That
this one's
doesn't
got the
safe.
net all the way around it, and you cannot access the springs.
Lame.
They're all covered and outside
how
of the
you
netted
gonna-
area.
Does it have a roof on
then
it?
how?
No.
So I could jump up high enough, then somehow maybe come down and snap my neck on the outside of the net. As
If
I'm
you
coming
Yeah,
can't
Tim,
down.
go
access the
ahead.
springs, how are you
Okay.
going to kill yourself because your family left you out there broke backed on the trampoline because you tried to escape from the recording studio?
There. Yeah,
I
that's
like this
true, I guess.
narrative I have in my head about your family.
About them wanting me dead. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. So then after she stitches him up, she lays him in bed and reads the Satanic Bible to him for a little while.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up
Is
and does some
Ishtar in the
coke
Satanic
and tells
Bible?
her that
Because she says, like, Ishtar
what
says,
the fuck.
"Why did you take my jewels?" You know? And I was like, that's, like, you know a movie's going to be good in the 80s when they mention Ishtar. Like, it was that in D&D or
Yeah.
something? Like, why was that so popular?
Was Ishtar?
This had to be before the Dustin Hoffman Warren Beatty.
Well, it's in Blood Diner. It's in Blood Feast. Like, both of them are...
Okay.
So it just sounds like a
I'll-
weird place.
I will. It's probably in the Necronomicon because Ishtar is Inanna in Sumerian and one of the primary goddesses of Mesopotamia, and they pull a lot of stuff from Sumerian for the
Appropriation.
Necronomicon.
God damn it.
Lovecraft's. Yeah, you know what? Before I thought Lovecraft was
Yeah,
a good
I thought
guy,
he
but
was,
then
like,
he
super
appropriated
tolerant.
Mesopotamian
I always
culture.
thought he was super tolerant of other cultures and races and religions.
You know what? I'll bet he had a cat named Ishtar. If I found that about him, I'd really hate him. So don't look up his pets' names, folks. Just don't.
Now I
It's a
got
bad-
to.
It's a bad move.
And I'm doing it right now.
Don't look that up, and don't look up the girl that did the voice of
I
Ducky
did that
in The
already.
Land Before Time. No, that's for the listeners. That's a little treat for you. Go look that up. That'll. You all right, Candice? You looked it up, didn't you?
What did I miss?
God, it's so bad.
Candice, what were his pets'
No,
names?
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Tim almost said it.
Oh, wait, just because I went to get a beer and I only hear Candace laughing, and just from that little bit, and from what you were talking about before with the Necronomicon, it must be how racist H.P. Lovecraft
Yes.
H.P. Lovecraft was
Yes,
horribly racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim. What do you know about Lovecraft's pets' names?
I can only imagine because the way Candice was reacting when she read them, and she's saying she won't read them out
Candice
loud.
looked them up, and she was talking about how it's funny because that was her pet's name as a kid.
It's a black cat.
Yeah, of course, I figured that out already, Candice. Yeah. Come on.
Could you?
It was.
I didn't think he had a fish.
Yelling that out to call your cat in.
He named his cat
That's
Ishtar.
So bad.
It was terrible.
It's so bad, but also very funny.
So anyhow, dude does some coke and tells his girlfriend her voodoo's bullshit, and then we get to see his asshole. So
yeah,
and sideball. You get a little sideball.
I was going to mention this. Why in these movies, whenever it's like a movie trope that you always see the dude's ass, and he's very careful not to show the front. Is it because he's not packing a whole bunch? Do you think?
Yeah, and because women like guys' asses better than they like guys' dicks.
Yeah,
right?
Women don't like to see guys' dicks. I don't know if you ever heard about.
Well, man, I'm talking to Candice here. She's got
no, but I was like, I feel like if I was like, say Willem Dafoe, for example, and I was packing some heat, I would show it off to the whole world. But they never do, and he directed this movie. He could have done that if he wanted to. Same thing with Tommy Wiseau. He could have showed his dick if he wanted to, but they don't, and I feel like it's because they're insecure about it.
I think that's why you don't see dicks in movies.
Because they're not impressive.
Yeah.
No, it's just that I don't want to take my girlfriend and my wife to a movie theater and have her look at William Dafoe's dick and then have to come home and look at mine, right?
Oh, so they don't show their dicks because you're insecure, too.
That's
okay.
No, I think Hollywood for the longest time has been nothing but fucking men, right? And why else wouldn't there be fucking dicks in movies?
Because their dicks are small.
You think of all the funny stuff you could do. You think if Meatballs, which I think Vaughn from Movie Massacre Podcast just put out, whatever the name of his, his shit show. The guy who looks like a fucking, like he'd be there on January 6th, but he does a podcast instead.
He's too busy recording.
He just did all the Meatballs. Just think how much funny it would be if there was fucking dick in Meatballs.
Dick and balls.
Right? I mean, the name itself is just calling for it.
Yeah, that would be sausage, though, Tim.
In Ghostbusters, if you actually see Dan Aykroyd's dick in the air while he's getting the blowjob from the ghost, but you can't see the ghost, right?
That would be very funny. It's levitating.
You just tie a string up in the air. Woo!
It's because they have small dicks. That's why they don't want to show them off.
So, yeah, there has to be a reason besides because obviously, for real, what's wrong with having dicks in movies?
But a small dick is funnier.
Yeah, but any kind of dick is funny.
If you're writing a movie and you want to appear as a badass, having a baby dick is not going to make you appear as more of a badass.
I don't know. Look, if we find out that James Bond had a micro penis, but he was still able to lay down all those women, and then the next day those women were willing to die for him and commit espionage.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That'd be more impressive, right?
Then he just licks his eyebrows, and you're like, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. So he gets dressed, and he puts on his going out nunchucks and knife, and heads out and does his graveyard routine.
The bandana tie around the head.
Yeah,
it's so good.
This part, this part cracked me up doing his little routine here, because he's like, he hits a stick and then he picks up nunchucks, and I was like, are we to infer that he kicked that stick and turned it into nunchucks? That's his voodoo power.
No, because I'm watching it right now. He said he took the nunchucks off the wall and the knife that he had thrown into the wall. Mm-hmm. Now he's going out.
Yeah, the wall.
But, let me tell you this. This movie has, besides a Bruce Lee movie, this has the best sound effects of nunchucks I think I've ever heard.
It's pretty good, yeah. My favorite is when he just looks at the city and yells, "You motherfuckers," at the city.
The city of that horrible metropolis of Dayton, Ohio.
I'm like, where is this? Because at this point, I still can't figure out where this fucking movie is. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, wait, there's a city. I'm like, oh, wait, there's only 3 buildings that are 6 stories tall.
Yeah, I know.
Just a teeming metropolis.
And I just like to think that That's like to think, Tim, that's how you go to work. You just get up and then you have a nunchuck battle with a ghost in a cemetery and then yell, "You motherfuckers."
I told you before, when I was young, I was into all the fucking kung fu movies and Bruce Lee shit. I had a pair of nunchucks. I had nunchucks that you could practice with that were like made out of like a lightweight wood, and they had like a rubber coating around them, so you couldn't like really kill yourself too bad.
Yep.
And then I had a pair that were made out of actual fucking billy clubs. I had like 6 or 7 pairs. I was actually pretty decent with them. And I think I said I almost ripped the nail off my middle finger because I had my hand the wrong way and I was grabbing them.
Then that's not pretty decent with them.
I could have fucked somebody up with it in a fight. You? No, I wasn't stupid.
I think you had 6 pairs. Then you got 2 arms.
You never saw Bruce Lee pull out the double nunchucks, man? Come on. And what if they knock the first pair out of your hands? They got a backup there.
That's true. You just got like a bandolier belt of fucking nunchucks. Yeah. Okay. Fair point. So then
you keep them on the side of your leg. So if somebody hits you with a nunchuck in the leg, it hits the nunchuck and you don't feel it. And they're like, oh shit, that guy's bad.
Well, this guy's proficient with them because he just finds some random dude and knocks him out. And then says, hey, fuck.
Give me your fucking bike. Home.
You know what that guy's name is? Zed.
Zed?
Yeah. Because he comes home with the motorcycle. She's like, where'd you get the motorcycle? He's like, Zed's dead, baby.
Yeah, because, so then he goes home and gets into a domestic dispute real quick with Chris, we find out her name is. Tale is old as time. She wants him to quit the gang, but he doesn't want to because he clearly gets a lot from it.
Mm-hmm. No, the best part is she's like, you're a fucking idiot loser or something like that. And he's like, no, I'm not. And the next line is, hey, what do you want me to do? Be something I'm not? Yeah. So you just admitted that you're a stupid idiot loser?
He's not the brightest.
So he's like, what do you want? What do you want me to do?
I'm not going to change, and you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. And then immediately after that, he's like, all right, fine, I'll quit the gang. I'm like, wait,
and his
what?
answer to how to make money for a living, quitting the gang and then becoming a drug dealer. That's the next logical step.
The being in a gang was preventing him from dealing drugs,
chasing
I guess.
His real dream.
Well, see, I don't know. The impression that I got on this, I think this was like a last thing that he was going to do before he got like this.
Oh yeah, did I mention? Did we mention that they're all drug addicts?
Yes, everybody's a drug addict.
He's like, oh, you think you're so good, doing all that crank, you're just a crankhead. It's like, oh my god.
Wait, she's a crankhead?
He says that. No, he says that.
No, she looks way too nice to be a crankhead. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's what he said, that she's a drug addict.
I don't know, Tim. It's always the ones you
don't
expect.
He also says somebody is not going to let them put the shit in their arm when he just saw them put the shit in their feet. So maybe he doesn't exactly know what's going on.
That's a good point. A guy who clearly looks like he missed, by the way. So then they go frolic in the woods and then find
another
a cave.
Great movie trope. How do you know when 2 young people are in love when the guy's chasing the girl through the woods? Have you guys ever done that in real life?
Of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Eddie. Eddie.
Tim avoids treat areas.
Yeah.
Eddie.
I mean, they went there of their own volition, yeah.
Did they know your name? Were they able to identify? Did they got away?
Did they survive?
Yeah, you got me there.
Or is this like that serial killer up in Alaska who would like hunt women on his island?
No,
and that's a scene that I'm watching right now on the phone is where she just yoinked the cigarette out of his mouth and like, oh, chase me, so we can
Yeah, that's like their foreplay.
Oh, yeah,
it's in movies that I love.
Then I have he fucks her in a pile of sticks and leaves like a hobbit. And then he puts on her dumb necklace that she tried to give him, and he goes and tells
Final
Keith
Fantasy
to quit.
pendant.
And it's
100% from Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, Tim, where would you see this necklace? Final Fantasy? That's where you're going with?
I agree. Yeah, this kind of looks like a Final Fantasy thing. Like after you kill one of the bosses, you can get it. Even though I haven't played Final Fantasy in years and years, but yeah, it looked like
this
Final
looks
Fantasy.
like some shit.
Maybe also, maybe like some Fable.
Yeah, really any fantasy.
This looks like some shit some like teenage girl bought on Etsy because like her parents are religious, so she can say, "Oh, it's a cross," but then really she's like, "Hey, it's Wiccan." This is what this
Did I
stupid
ever tell
thing
you about
looks
my
like.
friend
Sorry, go ahead.
who was raised Wiccan and she became a Christian to rebel against her mom?
That is hilarious.
Exactly, you stupid fucking idiots! Don't you know that? Jesus Christ!
Mm-hmm.
All you people are saying right now, are you exactly like your parents? No. See, so that's how you got to fuck with the kid's mind. Do the opposite of what you want them to be.
For your
Pretend
whole
you're a
life,
Republican.
raise
Make them
them as a
Democrat.
Wiccan because secretly that's what you want them to be.
At least until like they're 18 years old.
No, she was raised. The only person I've ever known who was actually raised from birth Wiccan.
That sucks.
So wait, do you think her parents like freaked out when she came home and she's like, they found a real Bible? Wait, why you got this cross the right side up?
No, these are my power beads, Mom. This is a rosary. What the fuck are you doing?
Why are you dressed all in white?
Yeah. Oh, man. Is it the Wiccan? That's cultural appropriation
It
too,
is.
right? That's not white people
Well,
shit.
I mean, no,
Okay,
it's white
perfect.
people shit because it was, Europeans. So
I mean, but where in America, the people that are doing it now,
they're
probably not so much.
Didn't we do a Hunting for Strange episode where we had some white woman who was supposed to
Oh,
be the
yeah.
queen of voodoo?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
that's true.
Say no more.
Fair point. So then, yeah, they fuck in a pile of leaves and sticks, and he goes and tells Keith he's quitting the band. Says, "Hey Keith,
Well,
I'm
no,
out
hold
of
on,
here."
because we also find out in between the fucking and the smoking flashbacks that she has a sister.
Oh, I totally
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Chekhov's sister.
So did I. Because when I watched it the first time and she popped back up again, I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, at the end again. Yeah, Chekhov's sister. So now the Ravens and the Spiders are joining forces, Tim. Now, would this have happened with Death Force, and what was your rival?
Well, no, this would never happen. There's no way you're going to get the Mongols and the fucking Hell's Angels to join forces together for one big job, right?
Yeah.
But here's the problem I have with this is they go fucking in the woods. He gets that necklace, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes to tell, I guess this is the number 2 guy in the gang,
Keith, yeah.
that he's quitting the gang.
Yeah.
But the number 2 gang has already made a pact with the Spiders to do one big thing, and then he even brags to me, like, you see what happens when I'm the leader. I'm like, dude didn't know he was the leader yet. He just found that out. So there's a problem with this movie.
Yep.
I think Keith had a bunch of clandestine plans going on in the background,
okay.
Tim. Yeah, very, very Machiavellian.
Playing the shadow game, yeah.
The machinations of the Spiders and
He's a Nathan Field of
the fucking
gang,
Ravens.
right?
Yeah. So
he created a whole other gang.
yeah, inside of the gang. Oh, God. It's composed of the rival gang to see how they'd react.
I can't wait for the next episode. I can't wait because I swear to God, Eddie, when you get to it and when everybody gets to episode 5, your mouths are going to drop.
I'll bet. So far, it's been pretty good. So I'll let you know. So now the leader.
Please call me up. You have my number, right? You never call me. You
Why
have my
don't you
number.
call
everybody.
me anymore?
This is like when I found out on some show that fucking Daniel had your email address before I did.
That's the easiest. It's on the website. You can find my
Is
email.
your phone number on the
Jesus,
website?
I guess Daniel pays more attention
Can I
to the
call
website
you?
than I do.
No,
Tim, can I have your phone
I don't
number?
want anybody calling me. Tim, don't give her your number.
No, it's Candice. You got some nerve asking for your phone number my phone number because even in Discord you told some story about one of your kids and you blanked out their names in the Discord.
But if it was just you
No,
and Eddie, yes, I would say my kid's real name. But I mean, our Discord's public.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't want people to know that they're named similarly to Lovecraft's dogs.
That's it.
If that gets
You have
out,
to be on Parler or Truth Social to find out their names.
exactly, Discord would ban us. So, but now the leader of
I don't know about that.
the Spiders, he gets his number 1 and number 2 guy, Bone Crusher and Stubbs.
Do
Bone
you?
Crusher, man. Bone Crusher is fucking
I feel
selling.
okay. I don't think he's acting at all. He is so pasty.
No.
He is
yeah.
100%
Yeah, he looks
high
like
during all of his scenes.
yeah, he looks like he's about to die.
Yeah.
Like his heart is going to
Also,
explode. This man looks insane.
Do you think they came up with those nicknames?
Bone Crusher definitely came up with his name because we learned what Bone Crusher's MO is crushing people's bones.
Yeah. But he does it, he cheats.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you hear Bone Crusher, you think you're going to see this big motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger guy. No, he's a regular sized guy, but he just crushes your bones with objects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Namely
work
a
smarter,
golf
not
club.
harder.
Now Stubbs, I remember him from Happy Gilmore. But yeah, do you think he came up with that nickname? That seems like a bad
Yeah.
nickname.
Is like, and I was like, is it because he's shorter than the other dude? Like he's like a little guy.
Maybe he pays.
I think he goes to a lot of movies and he
Yeah.
keeps the ticket
I was
stubs.
going to say, I think he does the bookkeeping for the gang, so he's got to keep all of the stubs for tax purposes.
They got pulled over by the cops. They put him up against the wall. They said, turn out your pockets. He turned out there's like 50 movie stubs. And like, stubs.
Hey, look at Stubbs over here,
Mhm.
keeping his movie tickets, that piece of shit. Well,
It's better than Big Ear Bill.
yeah, that's a good point. That was one of your guys, wasn't it, Big Ear Bill?
No, that's from Arrested Development. One of
What's
my other
that?
favorite shows.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I used to love
Yeah,
that.
that's
show.
when what the fuck is the son, the magic guy's name? Where he goes to visit his father in prison, and he's in the prison yard, and he pulls out a quarter behind the guy's ears. And one of the other guys goes, "Hey, look at him! He's got big ears. Oh, your name is Big Ear Bill."
yeah.
He's like a big ass motherfucker. All of a sudden, he's got no respect in the jail
Yeah.
because of that fucking magic trick.
It reminds me, what's his name? Carl Pilkington, the Idiot Abroad guy, was telling a story once about where he grew up. One of the dudes there was named Jimmy the Hat, and it was because he never wore a hat. People are like, how the fuck did you notice that? Oh, that's Bobby the Parrot. Why? Because he doesn't have a parrot.
And was everybody else wearing a hat so much and so often that the one person
exactly.
who never did it really stood out? You're like 15 years later, like, yo, that motherfucker Jimmy, he's never worn a hat.
I just like to imagine that we're always trying to come up with scenarios where he needed to wear a hat. They're like, Jimmy, we're going out in the sun and it's a real high UV index today. Put this hat on. No.
Oh, play baseball. Well, over there, what do you play? Cricket?
Yeah, that's not a real sport. So
I don't play cricket.
So he tells them, hey, you guys need to go swing by Chris's place and kill him. And Bone Crusher's like, well, that's, handy that you want me to do that because that's what I do is I kill people and I crush their bones.
I hate people and I kill them.
Yeah, this big stupid rant. Okay, hold on.
goes
I
on
got
a lot of
pull up
rants.
But this one is particularly egregious, I must say.
I almost have it pulled up. I could play it right now if you want. I got it right now where he's doing the powder.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he does a bunch of crank. Because that's right. So they're going to his place, and he does a big fucking whip, a crank. And I don't know if you call it a whip, but whatever. And then he's like, "Oh man, this is all right."
Wait, hold on. We can play it. We can use this for your creative whatever, right?
My creative whatever. Yeah.
We're doing critique about it, right? We're talking about it.
Fair
So we can
use.
play like this little skit, a little spot, right?
Yeah.
Fair use. So here we go.
Man, that ain't nothing compared to the rush you can get when you're killing somebody, man. You know what I mean? When you're looking in their eyes and you're seeing all that life just go right out of them, it's power. I hate people, man. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about nothing.
Yeah.
Close up on him.
All my life, people fuck with me. Don't you fuck with me, man. I just fucking hate people. I hate people. And I don't care. I just
Well,
don't
if you
fucking
hate
care.
them, you care.
Yeah, you have to care about something if you hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm the baddest motherfucker you ever saw, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop it there because we're going to watch the
Yeah,
rest of the movie.
that was from the intro. So. This guy, he's a real bad apple, if you ask me.
Also, you skipped the part where what's his face, the Larry Bird's girlfriend comes up and is like, "I'm pregnant. Aren't you happy?"
Oh my God! Here's the other thing too, is because I'm like, all right. First of all, pardon me for saying this, but she's a stupid bitch. Because she knows what Larry Bird is, right? She just said the other day, "Do you love me?" And he chokes her out, right? So now she's going to tell him in front of his friends that she's pregnant while standing in front of a staircase. Because that's what I thought was going to happen.
Me too. I thought he was going to flip her over the stairwell.
Yeah, like ain't anymore.
Problem solved.
Like sometimes the problem finds the solution very naturally, but no, he just fucking jacks her jaw loose for her. And then that right after that's when Goose he's gonna go sell a newspaper worth of crank, so he padlocks Chris in the apartment.
You notice they have so many TVs in their place. It's just on static.
And
they got two TVs stacked on top of each other and no fucking TV antenna. Exactly, Cam.
This is the classic, the one TV gets a picture, the other one has sound, so you stack them on top of each other situation. I feel like that's what's going on.
Probably
here.
right.
That's a good move, yeah.
Yeah, see, Tim? Problem solved.
Well, then you just turn the brightness down all the way on the one that just has the fucking static on it for the sound, right?
Yeah, we used to have to turn the...
But I guess if you're a crankhead...
I used to have to turn the brightness all the way up on mine because I had a black and white one and the fucking picture tube was all shitty and out of whack. Those were the days, folks. Now you can just get a flat screen for fucking nothing.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
People are throwing them out windows. No, I begrudge people. I'm not happy.
It's incredible to me because, again, I know how many times I say this, but I'm old enough to remember when buying a TV was something like you saved up for. And it was something like you're going to spend at least, well, probably in today's money, a lot more than you'd pay for a 65-inch fucking flat screen because it was going to last you for 10 or 15 fucking years.
I got one of our flat screens off fucking Craigslist for $40 like 3 years ago. We're still using it in the spare room.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. Insane.
I know. I think porn shops don't even take them anymore.
No, the porn shops you can't sell TVs at anymore, Tim. They like porn, it turns out. No.
Porn?
The way you say pawn sounds very similar to porn.
Okay. Well, either I'm going to say porn shop or I'm going to say pawn shop.
What's the difference?
Which one? Big difference when you walk in.
It's true. I mean, not in the quality of characters.
One of them has a glory hole. The other one, you are the glory hole.
Oh, I got to see that glorious movie. I hear such good things. It sounds fucking great. So
it should be on the bank by the time this show comes out.
That's
right?
true, yeah. So then Chris asks the Ouija board if Goose is going to die.
Yeah, does she do this like every day? Is this like her version?
I was gonna say, Candice, this bitch is fucking. She is a crankhead, right? Because she's doing this shit every fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, like is this like her version of the daily horoscope? Well, need to find out if I'm gonna die today.
Yeah, I like that. It is love though, because she asks about her man first. Is he gonna die?
As is proper.
Nah.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what about me? And it's like, yes. It's like, fuck.
I mean, look, her life could be so much. She could be going out. She could be Larry Bird's girlfriend, right?
Fair.
So she's got it made on Easy Street. She's Goose's girl.
Although Larry Bird's girlfriend lives through this movie.
That's
presumably. So
yeah, but now she's stuck with
to
a
have
kid.
her little baby that she knows is going to get taken away from her.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, then Bone Crusher and old Stubbs show up and just start beating the piss out of her door. And for a minute, she just like doesn't notice it. She's just kind of like sitting in the chair. Mm-hmm. Oh, is there someone there? Huh? Must be that woodpecker. So then she gets up.
Could be rats. They used to it in the squatting house.
No, that's at his dad's place.
Oh my God, we'll get to that.
So she goes over, gets the gun. Fuck, no bullets. Then she goes and grabs the bat. And then I just have that Goose gets into a scrap on his way to the deal. And then that really means nothing. So then Bone Crusher and fucking Stubbs pop in, attack Chris, and Bone Crusher, he's like, "Hey, Wishbone." And I'm like, that's not a dog that goes into stories and figures out like mysteries. That's a lady.
I just assume that they're gonna like rip her apart, and see who gets the bigger piece.
I think they're gonna wishbone her. You just grab one leg and the other one, you just pull, right?
That's my
But
go-to.
then he keeps saying he's gonna get the Wishbone.
What's the story? Wishbone.
That's true.
And
all right, well, another problem with the script.
And I just point out, I'm like, this is a little on the nose that Bone Crusher's thing is he crushes bones.
Okay.
Anyhow. It's like, get a new MO. Do something else. Mix it up a little bit because everybody knows what you're going to do.
Yeah, really, that's right. You think the cops are really that like brilliant? Yeah. They can't figure out that every time that somebody's getting killed because their bones are all crushed.
Yeah.
Hey, let's look at the guy called Bone Crusher.
Yeah. Oh man, we found this woman. She was damn near split in half, bleeding to death on the floor. Who do you think did it? Well, it certainly wasn't knife rapist Jimmy. You're like, I think it might have been knife rapist Jimmy. He's done this before. Oh my God. That reminds me. I always come up with these stupid ideas for like little sketches or little mini skits, And one of them was like 3 mafia guys and a job just went bad, right? So they go back to the hideout, right? And it's like, hey, Frankie Two-Time, what the fuck happened there? Why were the cops there so fast? And it's like, I don't know, Needles. It's almost like they knew we were here. What do you think it was? Larry the stool pigeon? And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how they fucking got there. And they're like, you ever wonder why they always call him Larry the stool pigeon? This is why I need a sketch comedy group.
We're both just like, ah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you ran out of time with that from 1986 with Comedy Central.
I know
that was your time. For
that should have been Mad TV.
No, Ha TV. Even before it was Comedy Central, and it was just Ha.
Oh God!
Yeah, there used to be 2 comedy channels, Ha and like Laugh TV. Or something like that.
I remember Laugh
Comedy
TV.
Central.
Laugh TV was fucking shit, dude. I remember that.
It was nothing but just like one thing, another of somebody doing stand-up who you've never heard before.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Maybe you'd get like Joe Piscopo on there once, and it's like,
well, he's not funny.
No, of course not. So, he makes the drug deal while they're crushing the bones of his wife, victim.
But here's the other thing is, too,
woman.
the guy that he's supposed to meet for the drug deal tries to rob him with a gunpoint.
Yeah.
He kicks the gun out of his hand, and then the big boss shows up, and they're like, all right, we're going to get this deal done?
Yeah. Was it like a test? To test his resolve?
And then he gives him the gun back. He's like, here's your gun, sir.
Yeah, he's like, you're tough. I like that. It's like, okay.
And then the big boss guy, he's all like, hey, by the way, what are you going to do with the drugs?
Oh, my God.
And the guy's like, I'll sell them to fucking kids. What the fuck do you care? You dickhead.
I can put it on the street or I can put it to kids. What do you give a shit?
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. You just sold it to him. Like, how are you going to get indignant?
But this dude's got a great fucking voice, right?
He does. Yeah. Sounds awesome. And he does a little bump, too, there to test it to make sure. Like, I told you it was pure.
Tim's favorite move.
Well, he puts the bump in his mouth, which you don't do that because he has it's a little cocaine spoon because it looks like a heaping spoon. It's not like a little bit, right?
Yeah.
On a knife. Where you usually put a little bit on your tongue and see if your tongue goes numb, then you know it's cocaine. I don't know how much numb versus it's 20% cocaine versus 70% or 100% cocaine. Your tongue is numb. It's numb. But, yeah, the other pet peeve I have is now, you motherfucker, you just put a knife into a bag of cocaine. How do you get that bag sealed up in the street?
Yeah, it's leaking cocaine the whole time.
Yeah. That's how the cops found you. They just followed the trail of cocaine.
Yeah, there's just a trail of coke leading up to a guy that's got like a pocket leaking.
Those drug sniffing dogs were so happy that day.
It's just fucking Chris. She's just following behind him, sniffing the trail up. She's a crankhead, so why not? So, the deal goes good. Goose goes back home and finds Chris and Tim. The Foley work that they do when he's picking up her limp, dead body, it just sounds like somebody's making meatloaf by hand.
This came out on Blu-ray, right? So there has to be like, oh my god, can you imagine what this sounds like in like 5.1?
So if you look at the Arrow Blu-ray, one of the features of it is like it's in its original
Squish mode,
uncompressed PCM mono audio. So you get no surround sound, Tim.
Oh well, all right. You lost me once you started saying PC.
You started talking about things I didn't understand, and it made me angry.
I see that shit on my TV, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know you're playing with your cop buddy, the Vaughns or whatever. He hates the PC stuff, so you heard that and you just shut off. So, oh God! So he vows revenge. It's like, I'm going to avenge her, and then throws her.
And you know what you got to say, because this is what you do to the woman that you love.
I was
right?
just going to say, Candice.
How you treat the body.
Trash Viking funeral.
I was just going to say.
Which, by the way, I'm looking at it again right now. As he just dropped the body in, he's using his bloody finger to press the button. It looks like the way that it's shot. It looks like it's her body, but like a gigantic fucking head on top of it. The way the fucking tower's wrapped up and the shadows are falling.
Well, it ain't me. I'll tell you that. I'm fine. I was never in a trash compactor.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I mean, that's a great... Is that in your will, Candice, with your husband? Just, huck my ass in a trash compactor? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm dead. I don't give a fuck. Don't spend thousands of dollars for something that does not matter.
Yeah, I'm a cremation guy.
Cremate.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I'm a very anti-funeral person.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, no. When I die, I want people to go to karaoke and barbecue. Just bring me. Put my ashes in the soot.
Bring you to the barbecue. Just throw you in the grill.
Mix me with the charcoal, yeah.
There you go. So, then he vows revenge on who he has no idea because he didn't see who did this. Then literally everybody you meet in any scene in this movie is trying to kill every other person, sometimes for no reason.
Yeah.
So...
Well, did you get to the part where he's walking through the parade?
Well, that's what we're at. Yeah, he's marching through a parade, and then now he's walking through a farmer's market, vowing revenge.
And it's such guerrilla thing because when he goes through the parade, you can see the second camera guy following him.
He got no fucking permit.
Yeah, no, very.
And they're right next to cop car too. That's really fucking ballsy.
Very frequently, you can see the hair on the film in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's so great.
It just adds to its charm.
Then I have he goes to a flop house and grabs a beer next to what I think is meat pudding in the fridge.
It was what they just used to do the sound effects of him holding his dead girlfriend.
Yeah, maybe his dad.
Come on, man. You can't waste money on this. Plus, again, I'm looking at it right now. He just breaks into the house, and now he's washing the blood off his hands. There is steam coming out of that fucking water.
Yeah.
That water is hot enough for steam to be coming out. You just splash it all over the motherfucking place, too.
Yeah. And by the way, and the only way he ambulates around this apartment is by walking over appliances. Like he's always stepping on
It's the floor's made out of lava, man.
Very great.
This is the house where he grew up. That's the game he remembered playing.
Step over.
Spoiler alert.
Step over the needles.
Yeah. And so we find out, that his dad, he's a real character.
Oh, this guy, man. This has got to be Brother Theodore's
I thought for sure this was going to be like Eddie's hero of this movie.
A bit, yeah. So he marches out and starts ranting.
He uses a hatchet, Candice, that's why.
Yeah. No, it's a cleaver. So he starts ranting like a fucking psycho. He's like, the fucking people outside. Then he alludes to there's some sort of a race war going on. Because he's like, then they get us to turn on each other. Then you got the whites against the whites and the blacks against the blacks. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, he just goes off.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah. He says that, dude.
Yeah, he just goes off. Like, I thought it was is he former military or something? Because he's talking about wars, and then he goes into that, and I was like, okay.
They just told this guy, here's a bat and he has 3 minutes. Go.
And he goes, man. He fucking. You think they were just giving him coke on the set? Could have been, right?
Yeah.
I'm judging by the hairstyles in this movie that cocaine was cheap back then.
Yeah.
It was before it like really became expensive. So yeah,
I'm judging by the bar scene that we'll get to in a minute. The coke was pretty cheap. By the way, that bar is awesome. So then, let me
tell you, I would love to go to that bar. That's a great fucking bar, right?
Great
It's a
fucking
definite
bar.
dive bar.
So, the best.
Without it being a dive bar on purpose.
Yeah. So then he fucking hears a rat that probably doesn't exist and just starts beating the shit out of the wall with a fucking bat.
And it's great because you could see how much of the fucking house, the walls are
I
fucking
know.
all beat out. So he's been doing this over and over and over again.
Because at first you think like, okay, the house is just falling apart. But now you're like, oh no, this guy, there's a mystery rat that he's been going after. Somebody should play that Ben song by Michael Jackson for him.
No, the Crispin Glover version.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Candice likes
the cover. She likes the remake better. Oh, that reminds me. Christopher asked us what Crispin Glover movies we liked, like what roles of his on Twitter.
Ooh.
I didn't respond.
I mean,
so
Friday the 13th Part 4 is an obvious
that
River's Edge.
Yeah, I mean the obvious answer is Willard, of course. Like that was a fun one.
No, I don't think I saw that movie.
No,
it's Charlie's Angels. That's his best.
Yeah, he is pretty good. He is. You know what?
Yeah.
He is probably the best part in those first two movies. Is he in the third movie? Did
I
they
have
make
no
a third
fucking
movie?
clue.
And of course he's fun. And
You know, I got to watch those movies again because Jesus Christ, man.
Jesus
and of course
Christ,
he's
what?
fun in Back to the Future. You know.
It was nothing but fucking jerk off material. Those entire fucking movies.
You could just watch
Tim,
porn, Tim.
Yeah, they make porn, Tim.
Again, hold on, Candice. Eddie, this is before porn was easily. I couldn't just sit here and watch porn on my fucking phone while I'm doing a podcast, which I absolutely am not doing.
Oh
right
God,
now.
Tim, no.
But I'm watching Charlie's Angels. Oh my God!
No, you know what?
She gets in that race car.
You know what Tim's problem is he kept going to porn shops, and then when he walked in, all there was like guitars and old stereos.
I find out, wait, you'll sell me stuff? I don't have to be 18 years old? Oh, okay. Nice.
Hey, I thought this was
I'll take that guitar.
Fucking porn shop. And then the guy's like, yes, it's for pawning things, Tim. It's not. We don't sell pornography here. That's the other store. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, he tries to kill the rat. That's fucking fun. Then he finally calms the dad down. He's like, all right, man, just chill. Look, I'll give you some money for beer. Go out and get some beer money.
Get some good beer.
And then the dad goes off on another zoomed in face rant. Like he's like the dad from a Twisted Sister video before Gene Simmons breaks in.
I didn't know if you're going to mention this part where Goose is like, well, I've had a pretty fucked up time here lately too. And that's when his dad calms down and he starts to talk about, shit that's happened to him. And I thought it would be so funny if his dad immediately was like, never mind, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, later on that's going to happen. But the other thing too, here's what's a little bit fucked up, is he sold 3 bags of crank, right?
Yep.
There was only, when he opens up, there was a $100 bill on top of that envelope, right?
Yep.
For the rest of the movie, every time we see this envelope, there's only 20s coming out.
Yeah, he got fucked. He didn't check the rest of the bills.
Yeah, he got to look underneath the first bill, stupid.
Yeah. What a dumb shit. So then, he gives the dad the money and watches some kids play out back where they take a stick and pretend to shoot each other dead. And I'm like, wow, you're right.
Oh, I thought they were putting dog shit on the stick and chasing each other.
I'm like, wow, that's a good scene. It really makes me think.
Yeah.
So,
see, it's just a cycle, man. Because look, his dad, Goose's dad, look at him. He's a drug addict. He's squatting.
Yep.
And he's got even a worse squat because to get into this fucking place, you got to jump 6 feet up in the air to get to the fucking fire escape to get into this goddamn place.
Dad.
How the fuck is that junkie dad getting in and out of that fucking place with a 6-pack of beer in his hand?
That's a very good question, Tim.
I just thought about that right fucking now. How the fuck is he managing that shit?
Maybe he's got a hole that he burrows through like a rat.
Maybe he's got a string of pulley things set up, right, where he jumps up and then he ties a string around the six pack or his heroin,
Tim,
and then he pulls it up.
I thought
this guy could not figure out like a pulley or even like a class 2 lever or fulcrum. This guy is out of his fucking mind.
I thought maybe he just like strapped it to his belt, like Indiana Jones style, and then just climbed up that way.
So he's like heroin Batman.
What was the movie that we did during Italian horror movies where there was some guy with the painter who was living in the fucking hole in the wall on like the third floor, right?
Yeah.
That's this.
Oh, yeah. That was the bird with the crystal plumage.
Yes. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that was eating cats.
Yeah, made him eat cats.
Yeah.
And look, this guy. There's no way that this fucking junkie dad hasn't eaten a cat or two.
Well, he
right?
had a cat to take care of the rat, but then he ended up eating the cat, and then the phantom rat is his guilt gnawing at him, kind of like
first you let the cat eat the rat, then you eat the cat because then it's double the protein.
No, he
right?
did. He let the cat eat
like
the rat, then he
turducken.
ate the cat. Now he feels guilty about it, and it's like that Edgar Allan Poe, the Black Cat.
Would it still be just called cat then? If you got turducken and you had a cat that ate a rat, would it just be called cat?
So he's
Crat.
so yeah, he's haunted like the Poe story, the Black Cat, that H.P. Lovecraft later went on to retitle. Candice?
Don't even tell me what his adopted son's name.
Oh God.
I can't wait to go out in the living room and tell my husband this fun fact I learned.
Oh, it's a fun fact. So then the next morning, his dad tries to rob Goose, and he beats the shit out of his dad, tosses him some money, and says, "Hey."
Well, the dad pulls a fucking cleaver on him, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is after he shoots heroin between his toes and misses.
Okay, here's a question I have: is his dad out there sucking dick for drugs?
Yes.
Because why else would he not be shooting this straight into his fucking arm or to his neck by this point?
Wait.
Off. Go ahead.
What? Okay. What about sucking dick precludes you from shooting in your arm?
You got to look pretty. You don't want to
That
look
guy?
like you're a fucking junkie, right?
That guy's got to look pretty.
You don't want to damage the goods.
Look, if you're that kind of desperate and that kind of horny, where for $5 you let this guy suck your dick, and right down the street there's another guy who looks exactly like him, but he doesn't have all fucking track marks on his arm.
Fair.
Which one are you going to
I
pick?
was going to
right?
say, because he looks like a fucked up version of Rodney Dangerfield in Natural Born Killers. And that's already
but
fucked
the
up.
whole thing with shooting in between the toes is because you have somewhat of a normal life. You're a functioning junkie at that point.
No, the thing with
And
shooting,
you can't have anybody seeing the track marks.
The thing with shooting between your toes is because your veins collapse in your arm.
No. That's when you start shooting into your dick.
What?
No. Eddie, look. Oh, yeah, Candice. Yeah. Some of them have to shoot it into their dick because all their veins collapse and there's no other place it's not all
Oh,
scared up.
God.
Let's put it out there. Let's put a poll out there right now. Is it that you're shooting up in between your toes because
Okay.
your veins collapse or because you have somewhat of a
Tim.
semblance of a life and you can't have your
Tim.
boss or people that you work with see the marks?
Okay, number one, Tim, look at where this guy lives. Number two,
Mhm.
if you're saying he's
Yes.
got to look pretty to suck cock to get more heroin, I think him having collapsed veins and track marks are probably the least of his worries.
I don't know. At that point, he probably wouldn't have any teeth either.
Well-
so
All right.
his price might go
Why
up.
can't it be like both reasons? Like maybe some people do it because their other veins have collapsed, and maybe like the moms who get hooked on Percocets and then start doing heroin once their prescriptions run out.
Yeah, exactly. But see, here, Candice, Candice, thank you. That's a perfect example. The moms in the middle of America who got hooked on oxys, right? Who then got the oxys got cut up by their doctor, and it's so expensive, it's cheaper to get to heroin. Where are they going to start shooting
Yeah.
up? After first you snort it, then you smoke it, right?
Tim,
And then after a while, you can't get the same high, so then you start shooting it. They're not going to shoot it into their fucking arm or to their
Tim.
fucking leg where they're going to be seen at their kid's baseball game. You shoot it where people
Their
can't
clit.
see.
Tim, this
That's your fucking toe.
You know, it's
Tim,
their
this
clit.
guy doesn't have to.
Wow, damn, Candice, holy shit. You're taking... Candice just invented a whole new fucking thing. Talk about a
I feel
hot
like
shot.
I read that somewhere before. Oh yeah.
This guy doesn't.
Nice in.
This guy doesn't have to worry about HOA meetings. Okay, I don't think this guy's got much of a life outside of, as you said, potentially sucking dick and shooting heroin. Did you see the
Sucking
bed?
Keith David's dick too.
I mean, he's sucking dick because women ain't going to fucking the bad part of the neighborhood to get their pussies eaten out by drug addicts, right?
Tim, did you see the bed the man sleeps in? That guy's got to smell like the ass of an ass.
It's almost as bad as the bed from the last week's movie.
Oh, yeah. No, the bed that they throw into the street and light on fire is probably the worst bed in a movie. Well, we'll get to that, though.
You heard 1,000 bed bugs scream.
So enough about this guy sucking cock, Tim.
How else is this guy getting money, man? Let's be real, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So, yeah, Goose.
That's a good look. If when you were in school, if the fucking drug officer came to you and said, don't do drugs because it makes you feel funny and you're going to have a good time, or don't do drugs because one day you're going to look like this and you're going to be sucking dick.
I mean, yeah.
On the cheap. Hmm?
I mean, everybody deserves love, Tim. Like,
That's not love.
I mean, but there's probably guys that look like
Love
him.
costs more than $3.75 in change.
There's probably gay dudes that look like him that suck dick. Yeah, they deserve love.
They're not doing it for heroin.
Yeah, not doing it for
That's fair.
$3.75 in fucking change,
That's
or
fair.
here's some copper wire, give me head.
Copper wire.
They love copper wire. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is about junkies, but they love copper
They
wire.
just collect it.
sells
It's like
for
their
a while.
dragon hoard. That's what they
Right.
sleep on.
Junkies kind of are like dragons. That's a good point. What a busted
They're
shit
copper
that they
hoard.
have in there. Fucking bones, coins. Didn't sleep in a cave.
The one true ring.
Yeah, they got. Yeah. So then, he tells him, here's some money. Go kill yourself. It's been nice knowing you.
Mm-hmm. And he takes out like maybe 2 of the bills, so he's got
Yeah.
like $40 on him now.
Yep.
And the rest goes to his dad. And dude, here's why this actor is so good, because his whole fucking face changes. Right, as soon as he gets that money in his
Yep.
hands, that's it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, I'm done. Cool. See ya.
Yeah, he's a legit actor. I remember learning about that when I watched on the last drive-in. Like, that dude, I don't know his name, but
Oh, he's
he
good.
was a legit actor.
Look, man, he was good. I gotta say, for that role, he was the right guy.
He wasn't like, oh, let's get my friends together to make this movie. Most of the people in this movie are like that, but this dude actually did have, like, real acting experience.
No, this guy, what happened is Van Bieber guy gave him the fucking podcast internship. Do it and you'll get exposure.
Yeah.
I'll give you like 5 minutes and camera right up your fucking
And all
nose.
of
You can do whatever the fuck you
Dayton,
want.
Ohio will recognize you when you walk down the street.
Yeah. Dayton,
You
Ohio's.
won't be able to go into a 6-story high-rise without the whole building going
You're never
crazy.
paying
That's
for
the guy
drinks
that-
again.
That's the guy that sucked dick on the movie, according to Tim Yobo.
No, he's such a great actor. He just implies it. You don't see him doing it.
That's
but
right,
you can
it's
just
about-
tell.
Yeah,
That's what his
That's
character
his
is.
It's about-
backstory he created for his character.
That's his character.
I'm watching right now. It's up to the part where he's shooting in between his toes.
Oh, so
See?
gross.
It's about the dicks you don't see him suck. Let's see that guy on the inside the actor's studio. Yeah. So we cut to the best bar ever, where Goose apparently drank 3 pitchers of beer,
You would
and then
Yep.
you would have to drink
Sorry.
3 pitchers of beer like in 30 minutes to get that drunk, because that's piss water beer.
yeah.
Yes, but here's my other note: is do you get a pitcher of beer by yourself?
Yes.
Yes, I've done it.
Why? Because by the time you get like halfway done,
Because-
it's fucking warm. Just keep ordering beers.
It's cheaper.
Because it's funny. It's funny to
It is
drink.
cheaper. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you get a pitcher for like $3.
My answer is because it's funny to drink the beer just out of the pitcher. You just sit there with
Just pour one glass out, push it over, and then drink the pitcher.
exactly. So this fucking, and by the way, I have the mug that he's drinking out of. That's one of my drinking mugs in the house. I paused it and checked. I was like, yeah, I got that mug. Hell yeah. So that's
Wow,
that's
okay.
my.
You never told us about your vast mug collection there.
It's not a vast one. I just have a few of them that I really like. Like the classic diner.
And one of them happened to be in this movie.
Yep. The other one is the
Put that shit on eBay.
yeah. The other one is the classic when you go to a diner and the brown coffee mugs.
Yeah,
that are
I have
kinda
one of
small.
those.
Yep. One of those fuckers stole that thing from a
Did you
restaurant.
steal it? I
Yeah.
was going to say, did you steal those motherfuckers?
Fuck yeah, Tim.
When I was super poor.
So did you have to take a napkin and wipe it off before you stuck it in your fucking bag or something?
When I was super
Nah,
poor
keistered
and
it.
we were moving into a house that like we were just renting, and we had nothing. We had like, absolutely nothing. So
you're living like his dad.
my husband's family would like give us like, oh, I found this in my great aunt's basement. It's got some dishes in it. You can use this. And that's how we got like restaurant grade quality plates and glasses,
yeah.
but like the cheap stuff. So it's like super thick and you can put it in the oven.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's different than going to a fucking diner and stealing the coffee cup like Eddie did.
No.
Yeah, I have no morals. So then this broad comes up to him to talk. And the note that I have here, Tim, is this is Tim right around the end of the chairman of the board episode. So you've got to hear this clip.
I'm just popping the beer cans.
You got to hear this clip of this motherfucker. Here we go.
Hi, Goose. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi, Riz.
Hi, yeah.
Oh, you remember me, don't you?
Is it bringing back memories,
I
Tim?
remember you guys. How you doing?
I'm just fine, but I'm awfully thirsty.
Oh, what's good?
Think you can buy me a drink?
He produces 44 cents. worth
Oh,
of
you counted it?
No, but that's basically it. And he's like, looks
And
around.
she's like, next.
Yeah, next.
So
looks
is
around.
she
He
a
grabs his
prostitute?
pitcher.
And that's how she gauges like how much money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
But well, the other thing too is she's a prostitute. She knows who this guy is, right? Because she says she knows him. Like we were at a party.
Yeah, well, maybe she heard that he sold all the drugs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. She doesn't know that he gave all the money to his drug addict dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he should have played the sympathy card. Should have been like my
Oh,
girlfriend died.
Oh my God! Candice, that's 100% right. I don't want to be fucked up, but that shit would work.
My girlfriend
right?
died, so I'm single now, and I'm really hurting.
But is it going to work with a hooker?
I mean, I'm sure hookers.
I mean, if anything, maybe you get a little bit more tender service, but you still got to pay for
I
it.
don't know.
Okay,
Probably depends on the
so-
hooker. Maybe she's got a heart of gold.
Drawing on my
Don't
knowledge.
most hookers have a heart of gold in all movies?
Yeah. So drawing on my knowledge of prostitutes and horror movies, I would have to go to Cordelia from Demon Knight, who offered to fuck Wally for free because his life was so sad.
He doesn't need to get screwed twice.
Yeah. So possibly.
Wow. Well, maybe she had like a really good night and she's like already flush and she's like, I'm just playing with house money at this point.
Oh, there
right?
you go. Like two guys passed out before she, or maybe it's hard for her to find business because his dad's out there undercutting her.
Yeah, that's right. She's got teeth. She can't compete with that. He's got no teeth.
Yeah, this dude's the fucking dick hog.
Plus,
of
I mean,
Ohio.
wouldn't he technically be better because he'd know where to touch? He'd be like, "This is what I like, so
I haven't
this is
been
what I'm going to do
sucked
to you."
off by a lot of old guys, so I couldn't tell you.
I always just
Yeah, not speaking from experience, but I don't know, Candice. I look down there, I'm like, hey, that's got to be pretty goddamn easy. Just get to it already. Stop bitching.
I always
about it.
assume that if you have the utilities, then you know how to use the utilities and what feels good on those utilities, so you could do it to someone else with the same utilities.
What are you, Elaine from Seinfeld?
Like you'd be better at it.
I know.
I just can't compete. I don't have access to that equipment 24/7.
I know I'm very good at getting my dick sucked. I don't know if that means I'm good at sucking dick, though.
I think if anything, you'd probably get a better hand job off a guy than a blow job, right?
I don't know. Do you still get the same feeling that you tricked him into it, like you do with a woman?
Oh, do you think that?
Well, well, he might be getting the feel that he tricked you into.
Exactly.
Do you
See,
think
that's
that
the
when a guy
problem.
sucks dick for the first time, he's like, "Man, this is harder than it looks."
Nah. It's probably like, what are they complaining about? You ever tried to eat pussy?
Hey, just suck it up. Be a man.
So yeah, then she moseys on over to Tom, and is like, "How about you? How much money do you got? Can you afford more than like a beer?"
No, but is this guy's name Tom? Because
Yeah.
she says, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Oh, Tom."
Right.
This is my
And
friends.
I don't know. There's not been too many in my life times in my life once I turned like legal drinking age where I was like, 19.
These are my friends Dick and Harry.
John would have been more on the nose. Yeah, my name's John. So then Goose stumbles over and he's like, "Hey, you get your hands off my woman." And then they have like kind of a lazy bar fight. And that and this is the hero, folks, because he tries to force himself on her a little bit.
Yep.
This is our hero, who then stumbles off and beats a hobo for half a fifth of Jack.
Yeah, he does a real fucking Clockwork Orange. Why this guy wasn't fucking singing about putting men on the moon?
And he had the fucking cod piece earlier. Maybe you should slap that baby back.
Oh, that's the other gang, right?
Oh, that's right. They don't wear cod pieces.
It's them fucking spiders, man. Spiders are known for their cod pieces.
Jock straps. So he goes home, does a bunch of coke, has a bunch of flashbacks about his lady friend, and then breaks the necklace. Then he eats some pill, some red thing. I think it was from the German dude.
He does so many drugs back to back to back.
Yeah. Again, our hero. Then he stumbles out and finds a good enough corner and whips out his piece because he's going to blow his fucking brains out.
And this is where you get the real hero of the movie.
Yep. So, Tim, this was your buddy here, right? The man who may have... he was first acting out of self-preservation.
Yeah, because it's clearly like a homeless guy, and someone who's really, really high, like whips out a gun in front of him. He's probably like, "Are you going to rob me or just shoot me for kicks?" He's like, "What are you going to do with that?" In the Goose is like, "I'm going to kill myself," and he's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "All right,
fair enough. I will continue to mind my own business, sir."
Yeah, and he sits down. The dude, Goose sits down from like across from him and just like proceeds to, get ready to do it. And the guy's just watching, like, just amused.
Yeah,
he gets dinner and a movie.
I wasn't expecting a show tonight. All right, let's tuck in and see how this goes. About to get a free gun out of it too. He pulls out the stupidest little fucking gun. It looks like it shoots toothpicks.
I want to know what kind of gun that is. If that's a real gun.
If so, the bullets were 22 bullets, but that looked like a fake gun. That looked like a prop gun.
Yeah, it looked like a little kid's gun, just like painted.
Yeah,
because it's so small.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. It was a reference back to the kids that were running around with the sticks shooting each other, and that even while he has grown as a man and aged, he still has a lot of his past traumas attached to him that he's not able to advance beyond. So he still holds on to those childish things in a way.
I mean, this guy's life is fucked. He grew up fucked, and now his life is fucked now.
Yeah. So
his idea of improving his life is leaving a gang and becoming a drug dealer. Like that's what this guy's step up is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's being realistic. What do you think he's going to go work for fucking IBM?
I guess
that's
so.
fair. Yeah. He's not going to put. It's like in Breaking Bad when Pinkman he was going to go get a job at the bank, and they're like, "No, man, you're going to go wave signs in front of the bank." It's like fucking that. So yeah, then Keith pops by last second and just saves him by waterboarding him in a dirty bathroom.
Sober him up.
Yeah. It's like, turn the water off. It's like, you turn the water off, you dumb son of a bitch.
You little bitch.
So it's like, all right, we need you for a job. And just...
Well, he breaks the necklace, right?
Well, he broke the necklace, a minute ago, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was getting
his Final Fantasy pendant.
Yeah, we covered your favorite guy, the homeless guy that was just like, oh, you're going to kill yourself? Cool.
Oh, man, I love that. What are you going to do with that gun?
Yeah.
Going to end it all. Okay. Whatever you got, I can take it out of your fucking pockets. Yeah. And with that kind of gun, there's going to be fucking blood all over your clothes, so I got a new coat.
Yeah. That's what I said, Tim. He's like, hey, I get a show and a free gun. How about that? So, then just as he says, all right, we got one more job for your ass, leader of the spiders pops his head in, and Goose jumps up and freaks on him.
It's like he took angel dust.
Yeah, starts beating on, oh, you motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. They break it all up. He jumps back on him and beats his ass again. They break it up again. And then Danny, the leader of the Spiders, like, look, man, we didn't kill your girl. We got a job for you. We're going to rob an armored car. Now you're going to do it. And Keith's like, yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to take my orders, bitch. And Goose is like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll do that. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Just leave.
No, none of that. But why do you need this guy? And what benefit is it that you have to do this to somebody to get them to help you do a high fucking stakes heist?
Tim, we're going to cover his role in this fucking very well Ocean's 11.
Well, that's true. Yes, he's probably the only one who could do that shit. That's right. We saw the cemetery.
This Ocean's 11 plan that they have to rob the armored, the stupidest fucking robbery in a movie. So dumb.
I was expecting somebody to show up with a Joker's mask on.
Yeah.
I was here to kill the driver. Yeah. What driver?
Well, but the problem is that this guy from the Spiders has the Batman mask on, so he'd probably kill him. Or arrest him. He can't kill him.
They are nemesis, right?
Mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm. Oh, that would be funny. You just start wearing a Batman or a Joker mask because the rival gang is... Then everybody just starts dressing as rival comic book characters. And then they just...
Who's the Batman villain that's all about the calendar?
Calendar Man.
Calendar? What?
No, it's a guy like only kills on like certain holidays.
Yeah, that's Calendar Man.
Oh my God.
Is it really Calendar Man? For real?
Calendar Man Batman, yeah.
I thought the Vincent Price egg guy was the worst.
Yeah.
Egghead? No, King Tut by that guy from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was the worst one.
That was pretty bad.
Vincent Price is a good actor.
No, I love Vincent Price, but that character was fucking stupid.
Yeah, just break his fucking head, Batman. Come on. It's one time.
I guess you're not all that you're cracked up to be. He's bust his head open.
Yeah. Guess you got to break a few criminals' heads to make an omelet.
Yeah. Guess I'm going to kill you. Like that. Robin's like, that didn't make any sense.
That's a bad yoke.
See, Tim, you were a fan. I get it. So yeah, then Danny's like goes and gets Bone Crusher. He's like, hey, where's Stubby? And he's like, oh man, Stubby. Let me tell you where Stubby is. I know.
He's off camera. He can't. He's doing something else now, so we can't show him again.
I swear, this guy is not acting. This is just him.
No, they just found a schizophrenic man and they gave him coke and they're like, just kind of try to say what we tell you.
He could be a friend of the director, right? This is some guy that I know, and look, I need somebody to play a crazy role. And this would be like if you knew Gary Busey.
Oh, God,
and you were doing like a college film, and you're like, hey, Gary, before Gary Busey was Gary Busey.
Right.
As crazy as it is today, but nobody knew who he was.
Right.
Come on. Yeah, you got to put it in the movie. Here's some fucking coke, do a couple of lines.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's your pay.
And then just vamp.
And plus you get exposure.
And don't remember your lines because you're probably supposed to say where Stubbs is. And you genuinely don't remember your lines. You're like, I don't know.
Then,
somewhere. I know it somewhere.
Then eventually he's all, the guy's all like, yeah, you guys were supposed to kill Chris, the girl, and you were supposed to kill Goose. And you didn't. It's like, oh yeah, that's where he is. He's going to go kill Goose. And he's like, no. See, now Goose is back in the gang, so we can't kill him.
Yeah,
so
fuck that up.
You fucked that all up for me. And it's like,
but weren't they already at war? If you're at war, is it like still you can't kill somebody in the gang?
They weren't at war right now. They're working together. Remember, they made an alliance.
That's why he can't kill him.
That's right, yeah. But before, they could have killed him easy.
Well, that's why he told him he was supposed to kill him before. Not now.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, you can't kill him now. And he's like, yeah, that's true. Anyhow, snakes, man. He's like, what? Is that another gang? Yeah. What's going on here? It's like, nah.
Well, it's a great scene because in the beginning when Bone Crusher is like fucking, they're like going to town on the girlfriend.
Yeah.
He does something with the son. He's like, snakes, snakes, snakes.
Yeah.
And actually, this is actually something that comes back and pays off. Surprise,
like
surprise.
how do you beat the shit out of someone with a golf club so bad that you disembowel them?
I don't know, Candice. How do you run over somebody with the car and cut their head off?
We'll get to that. So yeah, he's like, oh no, because when she died, I didn't get to see her eyes because Stubbs, he had the top half of her. So I was just beating her about the guts, and then the intestines came out, and it looked like there were snakes coming out of her.
I would imagine, Candice, with a golf club, if somebody's laying down, you could probably, if you beat their fucking stomach long enough, you'd break through the skin,
I guess
right?
so. That's a hell of a beating.
Yeah.
Hey, you could crack somebody's fucking head open with a golf club. What about the stomach?
Remember,
Yeah,
this
easy,
guy
right?
breaks every bone, and he breaks your femur.
But there's no bones in my stomach.
No, I'm saying he's pretty tough and dedicated. If he's breaking
That's
every
true.
bone in your body, that's
Yeah,
a lot
your
of bones.
femur, yeah, like you said, that's a big bone. That's really difficult to
Yeah.
snap.
Well, plus,
Yeah, don't I have like 72 bones in my foot?
that's
or
what I was
something
going to
like
say.
that?
You got to think about all the tiny bones in the foot. Like, is he
Gee,
X-raying
thanks.
them to make sure he got all of them? Or
It can't be Bone Crusher.
yeah, it's he's a perfectionist, you know. So then we just do. And by the way, when we cut from scene to scene, we just kind of film the inside of a kaleidoscope.
Oh, no. Yes. Oh my God. How come we never mentioned this before? Again. All right. Now, I don't know how far minute wise we're into this movie, but we've already seen Ouija boards being used, satanic rituals,
Yeah.
amulets being given to people where if you wear this, nothing bad is ever going to happen to you,
Yeah.
right? And every once in a while, there'll be a kaleidoscope thing. So I'm ready for the fucking witchcraft. I'm ready for the satanic shit. I'm ready for someone to become a fucking zombie or a ghost or something like that.
Yeah.
And every time I see that kaleidoscope, I'm like, well, yeah, nothing yet. But, oh, wait, no, the kaleidoscope, that means something's going to happen, right?
Yeah, either we're going to get something supernatural or Austin Powers is going to jump out. So, and I haven't seen Austin Powers yet. So,
Ah, man, speaking of Shasta McNasty, if Little Vern was in this movie as a gang member,
what would his nickname be, Tim? I'll let you think on that.
Big
one.
Vern.
Big
come
Vern.
back to it, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So, and on this transition though, it's like weeks later, and they're like, "All right,
Yes.
here's let's all talk about the plan." And then the guy Burns is like, "Yeah, I'm going to be in and out so fast they won't have time to come."
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
That means he's going to fuck them,
Won't even know what hit
and
him.
he's going to get out of there before they even realize it. He's not very good at pumping himself up, folks. So then Goose, I guess Goose's job, they're like, "Are you going to be able to perform, Goose?" He's like, "Yeah, I can throw a knife." And he throws a knife.
Yeah, and it, like it's supposed to be impressive. He just hits a wall.
Yeah.
There's not like a little
Yeah.
target or something difficult.
Might as well be a fucking sign of a barn.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could do that, and I'm terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it would just take like a few attempts, and then it would eventually you get the rotation down, and you're done. So then he's all like, "It's not me you got to worry about. It's Bone Crusher." And Bone Crusher's like twitching.
Yeah.
He's like going through DTs while
Yeah.
he's drinking. I'm like, that's bad, man. This guy's fucking an inch from death. And you know what it's like? It's like he did all of the drugs Keith Richards did, but he didn't have whatever magic Keith Richards has to keep him alive.
Oof,
You
man.
know what I mean?
My hero, for real.
Yeah,
That guy
yeah.
he's got to be a hero for everybody because it just goes to show, I guess it does come down to genes, right?
Yeah. I guess so. Bone Crusher is the portrait to Keith Richards' Dorian Gray.
No, Keith Richards is the portrait, but it got flipped because the portrait is actually still surviving better
Fair.
than the fucking original is,
There,
right?
yeah. So then, Keith walks by over, not Richards, Keith, the gang member. He walks by and he's all like, "Yeah, you need to not drink right now. We're going to go rob a bank. So
Good point, right?
you need to get straight." So he's like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm acting irresponsibly." Then he starts chasing Goose around with a snake, calling it his mom.
Mm-hmm. Eddie, if we were going to rob a bank, wouldn't you rather rob a bank with me at the beginning of a podcast instead of the end of a podcast?
Yeah, I'm saying about midway.
I'm pretty sure there's not a
'cause
moment
then-
in your life you're 100% sober, Tim.
It's that residual.
when he wakes up. So
I got a high over.
So now we get to the heist. Here's what they do. They walk in between a marching band and piss them off.
Mm-hmm.
Then they somewhere else in Ohio.
It would be so funny at the marching band because, of course, they don't know what the fuck is going on.
No idea.
And somebody just like beats them up with a fucking trombone.
Yeah, somebody just beats the shit out of Bone Crusher with a fucking piccolo. Yeah, because clearly none of these people are like extras. There was just a parade going on. They're like, fuck it, we'll walk through that. Then the next part of the plan, Tim, is to find a dirty old mattress and light it on fire.
Set it on fire because nothing's going to get the cops coming faster. I mean, if they have a choice, if all of a sudden, I don't know, what do they use like for emergency brakes on police radios?
Emergency
breaker, emergency, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
all cars in this area. There's a school shooting and there's a mattress on fire.
Yeah, it's
you know which one they're going to, right?
It's a code 44. They got a piss-drenched mattress on fire at the corner of 5th and 16. So yeah, it's common. It happens a lot in this town. I mean, you can tell. So, you know what I didn't see, though? I have to admit that bums me out. No shopping carts on fire and no barrel fires.
Oh, that's true.
Dude, yeah, you put a shopping cart on fire and just shoot that shit down the street. Yeah.
Didn't see either of those, man.
I don't know. Is Columbus really hilly? Can you put something down
Dayton.
the street?
Yeah.
Dayton, Ohio, Columbus. Same shit.
Ow.
Same state.
Yeah, it's all Ohio, so it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, Candice, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you that bad.
Look, Candice really respects Ohio, especially politically, so every one of these little barbs just hurts her. So that's the plan. You start the mattress fire. Then Goose has to rappel down a parking structure.
And this motherfucker's
doing it.
Yeah. Down like 5 floors. Just to get 1 floor above a guard.
And it doesn't look like it's really a safety rig.
No.
Right?
No.
There's nothing. That guy has just got a fucking boomerang stuck between 2 fucking pipes on the 5th floor and just jumps off the fucking roof.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Oh, this fire hose will hold me, right?
Yeah. That's why there's no shopping cart, Tim. They tied the rope to the shopping cart upstairs.
And then they put weights in the shopping cart.
They had Bone Crusher sit in it. So then this fucker rappels down, gets 1 story above a guard, and ninja stars him in the head. Question.
Yep.
Why did he have to start this rappelling at the top?
Good question.
Good question.
Okay. Question number 2. Why did he have to rappel at all? Why couldn't he just lean out?
Why couldn't he just go up to the 2nd floor?
Question.
Just stand there, right? You're like fucking 40 feet away, and the guard's not going to look at you too crazy.
By the way, question 3, the guy that he hits in the head, 9 other security guards are surrounding him who they all bum rush and shoot to death.
Why not just do that?
What the fuck? Why not just shoot him too?
Did they know that he had...
Because, no, hold on. I can understand the point here. Because as a security guard, you would be probably shocked as shit if one of your guys with you got a fucking ninja star to the head, right? That's going to make you look. And you're like, what the fuck? And in that time, the gang gets a drop on you instead of the gang coming out at the same time, and maybe everybody starts shooting, right?
I should have.
They're all looking at the star head.
I should have known better than to ask this question, Tim, because you're like that takeaway scene in Family Guy where Peter's dressed like a clown marching in a war. And he's all like, you guys are stupid. They're going to be looking for soldiers. No one's going to expect a clown.
That's a good point, right? Look, we all know because of the Jerry Lewis movie, being a clown in World War II got you special privileges,
fair.
Right?
That's fair. That movie never came out, but it did help.
It will come out. I think it does. He's been dead long enough. It's coming out soon, right?
Yeah. And we'll do it on the show, Tim.
Oh my God! The first week that comes out, I can't wait.
We will definitely do it on the show. So then, after he got ninja starred, they grabbed the money. Everybody loads. Speaking of clowns, 100 guys into a fucking car, And there's like,
oh my god, yeah. How does this fucking work?
there's like 5 of them hanging out of the trunk.
Yeah, the trunk is open. There's like one guy's got like one leg in the trunk. The other leg is right near the fucking rear wheel.
And
The guy jumps on the fucking hood of the car. Like, I think regular cops are going to notice you motherfuckers driving down the street.
I think you're going to lose half of the gang on the way away from there, man. This is not safe.
You know what? That would be kind of like a Crazy Taxi reboot game, right?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of people hanging on your thing, and then like to get rid of the cops, you have to like shake them off, so the cops have to run over them and slow down.
That's really Crazy Taxi, Tim. So
well, they're making the movie, so
I know. So Grind Bin's got to cancel itself. So we.
He did say it.
He did. So now we cut to the after party. There's one chick like half-heartedly wiggling her boobs.
Yeah. Like what? No one's even paying attention to her.
No.
It's so sad because he gets up and he's like, just
and
go.
nobody
Yeah, you
notices.
should just
Okay.
leave.
Yeah. Nobody notices the titty's gone.
That poor woman, man. That sucks. Not just in the fiction of this universe, but the one that was cast for this. That fucking sucks.
I noticed I was paying attention to the background decorations, like all the porn that they have stuck to the walls of their hideout here, and someone's eating ass in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, you don't see that very often. Usually it's like a fold-out girl or something, but this one, like...
See, kids, you thought you invented eating ass, but your grandparents are doing it.
Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun, baby. Even where the sun don't shine.
Nothing new under the bun.
So then there's these 2 other guys who
Buns out,
look
tongues
like
out.
they're 2 other guys who look like they're about to make out, but they keep just saying like, well, what if you drop acid
and you're invisible?
And then
and you're invisible, man. Yeah, they replayed this thing twice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I have written down at this point, Goose. The one thing you got to say about this guy is he really respects the chain of command in the gang.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a leader of this gang up until when he quit, right?
Yes.
He's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't it be easy for this guy to come back like, hey, I'm coming back. I'm the boss now. I challenge this guy to a fight, a duel, a game of chicken, whatever. But no, he keeps putting up with all this shit because now he's low man on the pole. And I'm like, got to give it to the guy. He really respects the chain of command.
Yeah, until the chain of command says, all right, we're going over to meet them for the money. Don't bring any weapons. And he's in the same room as them.
Okay, Eddie, I'm sorry. Hold on. This is the stupidest motherfucking cocksucking gang ever. You're going to join up with your rivals, okay? Again, the Hells Angels and the Mongols join up for a fucking heist.
Yeah.
And the Mongols say, after the heist, we are going to take the money back to our hideout and our turf, and then later on you meet us and we'll give you half the money.
Yeah.
Are you a fucking jerk?
Yeah, these guys are idiots, Tim.
Yeah.
Remember their plan was him rappelling down a building with a ninja star to start everything?
It's that shock and awe shit. That I got to give him hats off. That's kind of like really a genius thing because for real, if I'm watching that and as soon as I see the guy rappelling, I'm still looking like, what the fuck?
No.
So he's going to get the drop on me at least. I don't know about everybody
if I'm a
else.
guard with money in an armored car and I see a guy rappelling next to me, I'm going to get back in the armored car and shut the door.
Good point. Yeah.
I'm not going to be
Just
like
drive away. Why? Yeah. Why are you saying? Why did the driver get out of the car?
right. Yeah.
As soon as he saw what happened, he just hauled ass.
Why are any of them out of the car in front of a parking lot, Tim?
And why is there only one bag in that entire fucking armored car that has all the money in it? I just thought about that right now. They only take one fucking bag.
There's 19 bags in there. They just grab one.
They took the bag of change, too. They got the one they're going to get home. They're going to be all nickels.
They got the singles, yeah.
It's heavy, man. It's got to be a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get rich. We get the pennies. They weigh more. So, then this fucker gets kitted out like fucking Rambo for the meeting.
My favorite part of this kitting out is his ninja star that he like straps to his ribs, and I'm like, it's not like guarded. It's not like in a sheath or anything.
No.
Okay, Candice.
What?
Back in the day, you could order in karate and kung fu magazines a belt that instead of the belt buckle was a secret compartment to hold at least 3 stars.
Yeah, but it's not open blades up against your skin.
Yeah, you're not going to fall on
Yeah,
it.
like, what if he had to do, like, a sit-up or something, you know? What if he has to, like, lean over? That thing's gonna fucking stab him.
Yeah,
Well, he's not exactly the smartest guy.
No, we've established
Right,
that.
We've established that they're not great at their jobs here. So, yeah, they go to meet, and Danny's giving the whole big speech about, like, hey, guys, we did a good job, and, you know, it was good that we got all this money, and our gangs are working together, and yada, yada. And Goose is looking around. First, he notices, Tim, H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
Mm-hmm. It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Looks like
Yes.
my cat, only it has both of its eyes.
So here's your supernatural thing, Tim, is this is his girlfriend, the dead girlfriend, warning him.
Hold the fuck on. Is that really what it's supposed to be?
I have no idea.
No, because this cat shows up 2 times in the movie.
Yeah, the next time it's to warn him under the or at the railroad tracks.
Oh my god! Because I for real, the movie's an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Shit had to be cut out of it, and there had to be some.
Oh,
there was a black magic storyline to this
Tim,
movie,
you
right?
think things were cut out of this? I think they were stretching. I think they had 60 minutes, and they're like, dude, we need another 20.
So let's put in a bunch of fucking supernatural shit that we're never going to pay off.
Yep. That in a trip to the cave. to
No,
go fuck
you have
like
to show that
hobbits.
they're
Maybe
low.
it's a haunted cave.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Yeah, maybe she made a deal with the devil in that cave so she could come back as a black cat. Because remember, she checked to see if he dies first.
That's right. And he does love pussy.
Don't we all? So then he looks around. Wow,
It's gross.
you kind of do.
Not really.
Yeah, worse than Dick.
What?
Would you rather have somebody send you an unsolicited dick pic or an unsolicited pussy pic?
Oh, you know what? I actually would rather get an unsolicited pussy pic, because at least it would be novel.
Question. Up very, very close, though. Like, we can see kidney.
I'd probably open the pic and be like,
Yeah.
is this like an autopsy video? Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's like one of those crazy Japanese porns where like they're doing medical procedures and like measuring shit.
Right. Like, it looks like somebody just stuffed an M80 in a pot roast.
Like, is
Like one
Arby's
of them.
sending me their ads again?
Exactly. Yeah, it's an Arby's ad. Oh, man. So, no, he sees also up there by the cat, there's a dude hanging out in the rafters. And he's like, that's suspicious. But I'm not going to do or say anything.
Nope.
So
let's wait it out. Let's see what happens.
Let's see where this goes. So then finally the guy's all like, yeah, by the way, fuck you. And then he's like, what does he say? Grease him? Scrap him. Scrap him. And then dude up in the rafters whips out his machine gun. And he just machine guns the fuck out of the Ravens. It was a double cross, Tim.
Mm-hmm. If only they listened to Goose.
Yep. Now their goose is cooked.
Well, they've been ducking Goose the whole movie. So.
Well, the guy with the machine gun didn't duck Goose because he gets ninja starred. Goose fucking throws that stupid ninja star, gets that, and then he grabs the money and breaks out. And I'm like, wow, he finally did something smart. He's not there to help the rest of the gang members at all. He just fucking ran away.
Oh, I mean, this is a gang that basically shanghaied him, right?
Fair. So then he goes and hides at the railroad tracks.
Candice just sent us a message somehow that says her internet went out.
Uh-oh.
She just sent us a message over the internet.
Okay, I'm going to pause the
Oh, that's right. She's out of the room.
Yeah, I'm going to pause the recording here.
Okay.
And we're back after some technical difficulties. So, where did we leave our hero Goose? Well, he was hiding at the railroad tracks under this, like, overpass, and he sees that same black cat again, Tim.
Mm-hmm. Is this before or after this motherfucker decides to take a nap in the middle of the fucking train yard during the middle of the fucking hot beating sun?
That's at the end, Tim.
Okay.
And then he starts hearing things. He can hear people talking.
That's right. This way, yeah.
See, and this is, again, the magic of that black cat coming to warn him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because there's a scene when we already covered it, when he goes to the guy and he tells Kevin that he's leaving the gang,
Yeah.
right? There's a scene where he's walking away and like a guy walks up to him when he's on the motorcycle.
Mhm.
You could see a guy like running up to him and like, oh shit, they're gonna like stab him or shoot him or something like that. And then it cuts, and then it's him taking off on the motorcycle, and now there's two guys on both sides of him.
Yeah, nothing like
as
happens.
he leaves on the motorcycle. So there's got to be a ton of shit that just got cut out of this movie, and the supernatural part has got to be like 90% of what they fucking cut for whatever reason, because there's just hints at it throughout the whole fucking movie, but nothing.
I gotta get the Arrow Blu-ray because there's a commentary track for it, and there's a bunch of other shit. So maybe we can get some info on that, Tim. So he goes to walk around the corner, and a car comes peeling out around the corner. Tries to run him over, hits another dude's car, and the dude gets like, "Oh, my car!" Great scene.
It's that guy from Speed.
Yeah. Then Goose jumps off of this overpass into the water.
Yep, and that's really him doing it.
Yeah. Oh my God! It does not look.
It's not a short drop either.
No, it is not. But he fucking does it. And then they see him jump, and they get all distracted. Like, what? Turn around, and just they don't realize, A, they're about to run through a road closed sign into the water. But the movie could leave it there, right, Tim? You could totally just leave it as they ram off into the water. No.
Yes,
They throw a city worker in there. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And they just fucking obliterate this man.
Yeah,
this is where the movie goes crazy, right? The last 20 minutes of the movie, it just goes. This is balls to the walls. As whatever you want to say about how good this movie is, the editing, the continuality of the fucking continuity of the movie, whatever. This is a great fucking movie, and hats off to the motherfucker. Even though he's a crazy anti-vaxxer, probably January... Well, no, if he was there on January 6th with his fucking throwing stars, fuck him in the ass. But...
Yeah. So, yeah.
This, like, final sequence is one of the reasons I think this movie's great.
Yeah, and it's like...
This is better than New York Ninja, and New York Ninja fucking got so much fucking attention and blew up for almost no real reason. It wasn't that great of a bad movie.
No, I didn't think so either. I was pretty disappointed.
It was fun. There was a lot of stupid wardrobe choices, but I mean, you got that here too. So then Goose just goes to the gas station to get a Sprite, and you're like, okay, here's a little reprieve, right?
And he has the bag of he has a bag of money at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sets it down. The guy's like, "Sir, you got to pay for that Sprite." And he's like, "Hey, give me your fucking..." Robs the place.
Why? Why are you robbing the place, motherfucker? And see, here's the other payoff that I was waiting for, right? Because I'm thinking this is what you would do with an intelligent script. He opens up the bag and there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
Because they were setting him up to begin with. There's no reason why they would bring that $100,000 in cash to show to the fucking gang that they're going to fucking mow down, right?
Yeah.
Then that's when, oh shit, I went through all this shit. It's a fucking bag of fucking paper with nothing but like dollar bills on top of it. Now I got to rob a gas station to get some fucking money. But it makes no sense for him to rob this fucking place. But we don't get to see Stop or My Grandma Will Shoot. Well, wait, Stop or My Grandson Will Shoot.
Yeah, because the dude in the car at the gas station is just like, "Grandma, gun." Gets the gun, shoots the gas station attendant. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you give motherfuckers guns, and I could be Dirty Harry.
Yeah, and then we just cut to our buddy, the leader of the Spiders. I gotta have a good name. What's a good thing? Oh, you were calling him Larry Bird.
He's Larry Bird or John Holmes.
Okay, so Larry Holmes.
And it's like John Holmes towards the end of his career.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like Wonderland John Holmes.
So yeah, John Bird.
Great fucking movie if you haven't seen it.
John Bird asks one of his dudes, like, "Hey, is Goose dead?" And then just spits in his face, fucking point blank.
Whenever
he doesn't spit, he hawks in his face.
Yeah, because
I don't know if that's a regional term, but he hawks in that guy's face.
Oh yeah, because he's like.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the whole country knows. Yeah.
Yep.
hawks up a lug right in the dude's fucking face. Point
A
blank.
loogie, yes.
Yep. Not just saliva. This has got some character. So
It's got some depth.
yeah.
Yep.
So then Goose goes to a cemetery and starts hallucinating about Chris's dead body walking around.
I think it's a pretty good nightmare sequence.
It is a pretty good scene. It kind of reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit with
Yes.
the girl in the bag, but it was done before Nightmare, so Wes Craven, you fucking hack.
That was not done
It
before
was done
Nightmare.
way after
Oh, was it?
Nightmare. This
Oh,
was
okay.
1988, Tim.
Hey, Bieber, you hack.
Bieber. Damn. It's Beber.
Bieber, Beber.
Same thing. So yeah, then we see the body bag that he crushed, by the way, hopping through the cemetery, falls over, and then you got a John Holmes over there ripping the skull open and like fingering her brains real quick.
Yeah.
For real, this is where they put a gigantic part of the budget in, right? I mean, it doesn't look that great or anything like that, but this is where they put a significant part of money into.
They hold on it for a while, and it looks all right. You know, they got like a spirit Halloween skull that they got some Jello mold of a brain they stuck in, and it looks fun.
I just had a random thought. Did you guys ever hear this like meme song from the I think late 2000s called "Show Me Your Genitals"?
No.
No.
It's like this really.
It's just something that guys are sending you, Candice, not us.
It was like
Or
making the
something you
rounds
sending to guys.
on the old days of YouTube, and it's like these really bad white guys being like, "Show me your genitals, genitalia." And there's this one line that I think you would appreciate.
in the house.
I think you would appreciate. He goes, "I can't have sex with your college degree, so why are you still talking to me?" When he's talking about the brains, that was just all I was thinking about.
Wow. Again, there's weird connections there.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you know, some people love women for their mind, Tim.
Look up that video. Show me. Well, I don't know how you do a safe search for "show me your genitals."
Well, you can do brain surgery without anesthesia, right? The people don't feel it.
Yeah.
So you could probably fuck a brain without them even noticing, right?
Yeah.
Is that the new stuck porn? Oh, shit. You're stuck in brain surgery, and here comes your stepson. He's going to skull fuck you.
Oh, my God.
Don't worry, you won't remember we're related.
Yeah, that's right. That's a perfect crime, right? Because you hit whatever point the memory's kept in.
Tim. You've cracked me. You know what? It's just outside of a courthouse now. You see Tim and me and Candice all running out, raising him in the air. Yay, you did it. You cracked the perfect crime,
No, see,
Tim.
look, this is what would happen if Nathan Fielder was fucked up, okay? That's the kind of shit that he'd be getting away with.
I don't think so, Tim. I'm gonna quote Al. I don't think he'd be skull fucking a sibling to make them not remember their related.
No, look. So we can get international play. It's going to be a step sibling. Step makes all the difference.
You guys see what I put up with? You think it's so fucking easy to just have a podcast? You can just get a microphone, find a couple of assholes.
Didn't you
to
ask
talk
me to be a co-host, a permanent co-host?
Yeah.
You knew you were getting. You knew it wasn't getting any better than it was when I first joined the show, right? It was going downhill until I crash and burn.
That's fair.
Until you finally stroke out in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, that would be the ultimate. Do you think that gets
Just
some
one
plays?
of us dies during the. It'd have to be one of you guys because somebody's got to upload it.
We know
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
happened. We know it's happened because one of us just starts speaking gibberish.
Well, no, hold on, because according to Candice, your wife and kids are probably ready for you to stroke out. They didn't even, they've already got their old bit ready.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah, then they like throw you off out of the window onto the trampoline, and that's how they get rid of your body, and it bounces into the neighbor's
Repel
yard.
me into the
and now it's
neighbor's
their
yard,
problem.
And it's
Anthony Jefferson, beloved husband and father of two, known for Wikipedia writing about himself on Nail Gun Massacre.
I'm so glad
You
somebody
did that, didn't you,
Of course
motherfucker?
I
You
did.
it. Come on. Of
course.
course you did, yeah.
I'm so
Your
glad.
wife nailed you so good, which is like capital T
Yeah.
and the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's a pronoun, the axe. So, just, you know what it is?
I identify as an axe.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what it is. There's a lot of this stuff people are going to be finding throughout the internet for years.
Oh no.
for years. This is my legacy.
Oh, you just been Johnny Appleseeding all
Yep.
over the fucking Wikipedias and shit?
I've been Johnny Crappleseed in Wikipedia, eBay, YouTube, you name it, buddy.
Did you see that
Amazing.
thing I think I put in Discord about the kid who fucked up the Scots language?
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Wikipedia?
Tim.
Yeah,
I
he
was
had no
talking
idea what
about
he was
it,
doing.
And then I read some of the passages, and it's just writing with the what would you would think if you were
It's-
American, what you would think a Scottish person, how they would pronounce words.
It's Groundskeeper Willie. It's fucking great.
So if you joined any kind of like whatever the fucking those apps are, fucking Rosetta Stone or whatever, you probably learned a fucked up language going to Scotland. Go to Scotland and see what happens when you talk like
There's
that.
another good one, Tim, about this Chinese lady that for years was just entering fake 15th century Russian history articles. Hundreds of them. Made up so much shit. And she's a novelist. And honestly, she started it because she was researching that era and that area and couldn't find anything in English. So she just started using Google Translate, approximating it, and then filling in the gaps with like her own stories and shit. It's fucking great.
So when this Czar had a problem, he had to go pick up the laundry for his wife before 3 p.m.
Yeah. All right. So Goose goes to a diner now where we got a guy who... Why is the guy ordering breakfast for God?
This is
Oh,
Eddie.
this wig.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is Eddie's hero and probably Tim's hero too. So he orders the breakfast for him, and then he orders a big breakfast for God because he goes on this rant that because it's a religious thing, he shouldn't have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. He's like, now...
Are you going to charge God?
Yeah, he's like, are you going to get God a breakfast now, you heathen
You
slut?
give him the tithe, not the other way around.
So is that like the...
Plus, the other thing, too, is this guy's fucking crazy. Just get the fuck out of my station. Just go, okay? Fuck it. Because you're not even going to give me a fucking 10-cent tip.
So is this...
Your tip is going to be, accept Jesus Christ as your savior.
Yeah, it's like one of those tracts, those pamphlets.
So is this the diner version of leaving out a plate for Elijah? Never...
I don't know what that is.
In the Jewish tradition, they will sometimes, during certain dinners, they'll have an extra plate of food out for Elijah in case he shows up.
Well, as long as they don't get charged for that plate.
Is that like leaving milk out for the fairies?
For the fairies?
Are you talking about Santa?
Tim?
Like, when are you
I'm
leaving?
talking about
milk?
American gods. The wheat people.
Oh, you're talking about that, like, the Fey folk.
Yeah.
Leaving out, like, milk for the Fey folk, yeah.
What were you...
I mean, probably.
Yeah,
Just in
maybe.
case they decide to show up, they'll have something to drink.
Yeah, so then Goose... yeah, and I love that the guy calls the waitress a heathen bitch. That's pretty funny. So then...
So she knows she's not getting any tip.
I have... he clearly calls Chris's definitely underage sister because he wants to give it to her. He tells her to meet him at the train station so he can give it to her, and she comes.
Okay, Tim, you might be getting ready to say this, but I'm going to say it. Why doesn't he just go there? He has enough money for a train ticket. Why have her come to Hellzone USA and possibly get murdered
Or
to give her this money?
just leave the money someplace. Nobody's going to go.
And tell her where it is,
Like-
right? Just go to the bus station and say it's in lock. Well, no, you need the key
No.
for the bus station. No, go to the bus station, take one of the locker things out, put the fucking the key on her door, and go open up the door. There's your fucking key from your dead sister. Now go get it.
No, just go to the library. Nobody in this town goes to the fucking library. Just leave it there. Go to the soap factory. Everybody's filthy.
No, because you
Leave it
stand
there.
out being the one going into the library, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, she's up to some shady shit. No one goes in
bitch-
that library.
Yeah, that's probably a witch. She's reading shit.
Yeah, mail it to her. Just write her a letter and put it in a package and mail it to her. I don't anything.
You can't trust
Anything-
the postal service for that
Literally
shit.
anything.
Anything other than having her go there where he is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, come on.
Hey, can we? Why don't we meet at the scraggly old train station where I literally just ran away from because a gang attacked me?
It's the last place they're going to look.
No, it's not because they go there immediately. They find him, and and his other part of his plan. Well, I'm here. I might as well use this bag of money as a pillow and take a quick nap.
Oh my god, this really got me because like,
I'm sure.
If, at worst you're getting sunburn.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck do you just sleep in the middle of the fucking
on concrete?
Yeah. Just this motherfucker's looking for you. You're not fucking sleeping in the corner of fucking inside the warehouse or some shit like that. You're gonna lay out right in the fucking middle of the train tracks.
And you're telling me this guy couldn't find some coke or some crack or something to keep himself up?
Very true.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're gonna fucking rob a fucking old man for his fucking bottle of whiskey, find a fucking crackhead and get yourself all cranked up.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He's not above doing drugs. We've seen.
Yeah, so he wakes and snorts.
So he wakes up and he's just surrounded by the gang. And we have an incredible kung fu scene. It's straight out of some fucking streets.
It's not a scene. It's scenes.
Oh, yeah. Montage, collection. Yeah. It's straight out of fucking Streets of Rage to the degree where at one point, Bone Crusher pops up out of a manhole.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. When he came out of a manhole, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's like, how did he get down there? How long was he down there? Why did he go down there? Because it's like, it's not just a manhole, it's also covered with, like, plywood.
Yeah.
And he has to, like, move the plywood to pop up out of the manhole.
All right, so everybody...
It's like the motherfuckers in that Prey movie going out to get the fucking Predator.
So what's everybody's...
You haven't watched the movie yet. Watch.
Not yet. So what's everybody's favorite kill? I'll go first with an easy one. I'm going to go with when he wraps the nunchucks around a dude's throat and breaks his fucking neck with the nunchucks, and that causes
and cuts the neck too, because that's plausible. Because if you have a chain, connecting the nunchucks, you can do that a lot easier than if you had like a nylon cord.
Yeah. It's just like how you can beat a woman's torso with a golf club until the intestines spill out.
I mean, you just got to put some elbow grease into it.
What about you, Candice? What do you think is your favorite kill in this fucking collection?
I think it's his death.
Yeah, I mean his death's the best, but that's it.
Spoilers.
Tim, what about the car decapitation?
That one's
great.
I
think that one's my favorite. I think that really made me go, "What the fuck?"
Because so he starts fighting with Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher picks up like a piece of the train track. What the fuck does this guy have?
Yeah, it's like a piece of a
railroad tie.
Yeah.
It looked like a fucking file cabinet.
It was enormous.
It's huge, and he manages to nail Goose with it, and he's moving so slow.
He just beats
you're not going to be able to easily maneuver that thing.
He beats the shit out of Goose with it, and then he's like, never mind. Throws it down and picks
All
up.
you have to do is just one sidestep and just fucking left cross, right cross across the fucking jaw, and that's it.
It's not hard to dodge.
Just kick the railroad
kick him in his...
tie.
Wait, hold on. Don't kick him in his balls. Tap him in his balls twice. And see what happens.
So, instead, Bone Crusher chucks that away, and he just picks up like a pole. And immediately, Goose just like snaps that in half with his nunchucks. Ninja stars him in the dome. Biffs his head off of the fucking like concrete like 19 times. Then chucks him off the overpass. So many overpasses in this movie. Where he gets run over.
I'm surprised he didn't spit on him first.
Yeah. Where he gets run over by a car, which that action decapitates him.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
How?
Because it's cool.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good enough. I like it.
It's
right,
cool, Tim. So then we get Sandy's on her way over.
I mean, at this point, shouldn't we say that guy getting killed and his snakes come out? Just for like a payoff?
Yeah, that would be good.
And he looks and he goes, "Oh, snakes!" And then he dies.
Oh, now I get it.
See?
Like, snake.
Oh, this ain't
cool. And you just see the black cat eating his intestines.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun. See, wrap around. There you go.
Yeah, telling you, Tim, we need to make an action movie. The three of us, we all got to get together.
Somebody give us money for real. Come on.
Give me like $7 million. We'll get it done.
I think $7 million. We could do a pretty decent fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
I would let you guys write the script, because I'm very interested if you two collaborated writing a script. What the fuck would come out of that?
Not because we would be the most talented people here to write the script, but because we would be the least talented people here to write the script.
Oh yeah, it would be
Crazy.
like it would be a case study that psychologists would look at. Like it would be in a museum.
We'd be telling on ourselves. Is
All
that
right.
what you're saying?
All right, Candice, the name of the movie is Dick Zuka. So, it's like RoboCop, but his dick gets shot off. He's the guy that was trying to rape the broad that gets his dick shot off, and they give him a bazooka for a dick. Now.
And we're going to find out at the end that the girl that he tried to rape, now she's got a catapult for a pussy.
Oh, catapussy. Oh, shit, Tim, we already wrote the sequel.
See?
So, the leader, what's his fucking name? Larry Bird, whatever. He grabs the bag and starts running off with it. And Sandy, but against all of her best instincts that she should have, comes to the train track, accidentally hits Goose with her car, which is fucking great.
Out of nowhere, she's driving like on an open fucking football field, and she runs into this guy.
Yeah.
Woman driver.
Oh, Tim.
She was probably doing her makeup.
From Ohio.
That's why she ran him over.
Yeah, that's right. She's on Oxy.
Oh, yeah. She's drugged up, too. Because, I mean, we think, okay, so because his girlfriend, Chris, right, she has a fucked up life. So does Goose. We find out Goose, it's because of his upbringing. So Chris has to have a fucked up upbringing, right? By the logic of this movie.
So the sister's got to be going through some shit too, right?
Yeah, I assume the reason why she ran away from home is because home was a really bad place.
Exactly.
If you run away from home,
you run away from home, Candice. Yeah.
If you run away from home and become a crankhead squatting with a gang member, you probably had a really bad childhood.
None of Tom Hanks' kids ran away from home.
Well, one of them damn near did.
Wow.
The one that uses the
He just ran off the
N-word.
reservation. Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I don't know, kid. Is that person you knew ran away from being a Wiccan? So
became a Christian.
Oh, see that?
That's so
man.
funny.
So then fucking Larry Bird gets out, grabs her, gets in the car with her. He's like, and I'm like, is he going to try to like rape her while he's trying to get away with the money?
Yeah. Two birds with one stone.
Two for one. Hey, I might as well get my nut off.
They can only hang you once, right?
Yeah, that's true. They can only hang you once, Tim. Fuck you. I came. I won. It's all good. So, but it doesn't work for it. So, okay. Now, to paint the picture. So now you've got Goose reaching in the window. He's rolling the window up, trapping Goose's arm, while Sandy's punching Larry Bird in the nuts.
And these are like for real. She is not selling this shit at all.
No.
I don't know what you call it in wrestling. She's not doing the work or whatever the fuck it is.
She's gotta
or
learn
the
how to
show,
work.
whatever. Yeah, holy fucking crazy. You can tell this guy has like an 18-inch fucking cup on to begin with.
Yeah.
And she's just like tap, 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 and like the fucking raven at Edgar Allan's Poe's window.
I think
Maybe she's just trying to wake it up because she wanted.
Hey, the raven! Oh shit, that's right, she's a raven! She can only tap, tap, tap.
Yeah. No, she was trying to wake it up because she was DTF. He didn't realize that. She's like, you can't rape the willing.
I was going to say, I've gotten as enthusiastic a hand job before as this fucking woman is doing right here.
Just kind of paw at it like a kitten.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a kitten.
I got to rub some like fucking catnip and liverwurst on it or something. I'm like, come on, what are you doing here? So, but then, oh my god, when he swerves the car and is like road rashing
fucking
dude
great
against the wall, and there's no padding. This guy's just getting fucked
they're
up.
not speeding. They're not speeding the film up either, right?
No,
it doesn't look like
no,
it at
no,
all.
no.
Like they're speeding it up. This is real fucking time. This guy's having.
This guy's getting
This
No,
is what
yeah.
really. Holy shit! This is fucking incredible.
They talk. Joe Bob talks about it. He's like, he really did that.
Yeah,
like
he got fucked up.
Very easily could have died right there, and he really got fucked up.
Yeah.
Because he thought that his leather jacket was going to be enough padding.
Jesus Christ! What a fucking idiot!
That's when you see the idiots on a motorcycle.
Oh, wait a second. He doesn't need a vaccination because he's got a leather jacket on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If a needle can't go through it, why should a brick wall?
Yeah. Disease can't get through my leather jacket, Tim. You don't know how it works. So they finally stop the car because of the nut punches, the half-hearted fucking nut punches. And he gets out. Larry Bird starts fighting with Goose for a little while. He gets fucking Larry Bird on the hood of the car like it's a warrant video. But then fucking Larry Bird deep throats his finger and just bites it off. And
bites that fucker straight off.
It's a street fight, man. Come on. You're fighting for your life at that point.
Yeah, but biting's against the rules, Tim.
Not in a gang.
Yeah, well, he knew that he was going to go for his asshole, so he bit off his finger so he couldn't do the move.
Oh, holy shit, Candice, you just fucking Sandman me.
Checkmate, Tim.
I am the finger that goes up your asshole. I am the teeth that bite your fingers off.
So it's like that movie Teeth, but with somebody's asshole, and it's Tim's worst nightmare.
That should be the sequel for Butt Boy.
Oh, I'll talk to the guys about it. No, that Tiny Cinema's coming out. I got to check that out, man. That trailer looks fucking awesome.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Yeah.
So he bites his finger off. Big spray of blood. Fucking loving it. And then he pins Goose back and stabs him 1,000,000 times in the stomach. I counted.
Oh man, it looks so brutal. I mean, it's
rough.
a collapsible knife, but it looks so painful.
It is probably one of the best stabbing scenes I've seen in a
because
movie.
he commits to the stabbing. Like the dude is punching the dude in the stomach effectively with a fake knife. So you see the motion of every fucking. It's great, dude. But then Goose gets the upper hand, rips his fucking throat out.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
does it good too. Like Roadhouse needs to take some notes from this.
Yeah, well, they're remaking.
Now that's a fucking throat rip.
They're remaking Roadhouse, so maybe they'll you'll like it better.
Who's replacing him? Is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, who would you cast?
Nobody. You don't remake that.
Right.
Movie. Come on.
Exactly. So he's dead. And then he just tosses this fucking crazy bloody...
Well, you know what? I'm going to pick a black woman just to piss everybody in the whole fucking internet off. Let's make Roadhouse, but now it's a black woman as Patrick Swayze.
Then it couldn't possibly be the same story, and it'll ruin it, and it'll somehow make the original Roadhouse bad now.
That's right. I can never watch the original anymore.
Yeah, they actually scrub the movies, the originals of remakes, they scrub them from existence. So you can't ever watch it again.
George Lucas, every time you go back to watch Roadhouse on original, it's a black woman. Oh, and she's a lesbian.
They do like a Ted Turner when he colorized all the black and white movies, and they just blackface all of the actors. I would pay to see that shit.
It's like, hey, it's a black and white. We can save money. Just give color to the white people.
Yeah, just turn up the contrast. So then fucking this guy's dead as shit. And Goose just chucks over the $100K in the bloodiest, like shittiest fucking bag ever to Sandy.
Now, again, let's just say that this is the sister's car, right? This whole shit just happened in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Falls on her all bloody. And she's like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is my sister at? It's like, she's dead. It's like,
and you know what's stupid? You could be too, because some fucking guy just called you up out of the blue and told you to come to a bad part of town so that you can get something from your sister, and you showed up like a stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah, so I can give something to you. What? Well, you'll have to find out when you get here, I guess.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The money's in my pocket. Put your hand in there.
It's a roll of quarters. Hey, it's growing.
That's magic.
Yeah.
Well, it started off as a roll of dimes, turned into a roll of quarters.
Yeah, keep going. We'll see how big it can get. Work your way up to a silver dollar, baby.
50-cent piece.
So Christy's like, or Sandy's like, did you kill her? And he gives the line, no, I loved her.
Does he even say no? I think he just says, I loved her. Which isn't really an answer.
It's not a no.
Yeah, and I think statistics will prove me right. Most women end up getting killed by quote-unquote somebody who supposedly loves them, i.e. boyfriend or girlfriend.
I'm going to use that when the cops come. I'm going to be like, I didn't really love my wife.
Oh, that's true. Look, I'm having an affair with 17 women, so I didn't
Yeah.
love her. So I didn't do
Clearly,
it.
I didn't do it. I don't give a fuck about her, to be honest with you.
Have you seen her hand jobs?
Yeah. Here, let me show you this movie.
Just tapping on my balls like a fucking raven.
Just sitting with the cops showing them Deadbeat at dawn. Like, look, it's this. That's the enthusiasm I get. It just have locked me up. I'm already like about to be executed. I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's magic in the cat, and
I had this amulet, then I crushed
Yeah.
it. Shit started going weird after that.
yeah,
Look at the script I wrote.
this
You
is
might need a punch up.
it's Cockzuka. Me and my buddy Tim Yobo. That's not his real name. Worked on it. His head's a bag. I'm telling you. I got a dummy of him. It's very offensive.
This is Tim right here. Say hi, Tim.
Say hi. Hi. Yeah.
Yo, fix that guy's mouth, okay? Because it looks like he's a
Tim,
fucking vampire and he's just fucking fed.
Tim, they look like that because that's the little holes, the slot where the mouth moves.
Color that shit in so it's not red. I don't know.
It's not red. Never mind.
It looks like it's red.
So Goose stumbles off and dies while we see some glamour shots of Sandy with the money.
Oh my! I have written down. I can't believe this fucking movie has the balls to do fucking black and white stills of the sister.
On the way out.
It's a weird choice.
It's a choice. And then he just falls down dead in the sidewalk, and we get credits. And there you go, folks. That's Deadbeat at Dawn.
Incredible movie.
It is an incredible movie. Yep,
So
I
good.
really wish it got more attention.
I can't believe it's not more well known. For real.
Yeah.
We're gonna change it.
Agreed.
Though, right?
Agreed. I'm
Yeah, we're influencers.
I'm proselytizing it right now to everybody. Go out and watch it. Even if
Buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah, go buy the Blu. You know what people should do? Here's a good fucking idea. Go on Amazon, buy the Blu-ray, leave a review that says like, yeah, I heard about this on the Bloody Bits podcast. Yeah.
Actually, we should start writing reviews like
I'm
that.
gonna start
for
buying.
movies
Hold
that we
on
watch.
I bought a ton of DVDs on Amazon back in the day, so I could probably still go back and I'm a verified purchaser, right?
There
Exactly.
you go, Tim. Look at you, buddy. You got it planned out. So, I think we've exhaustively covered in 3 hours an 80-minute movie.
I thought it would go longer. I thought this was going to be our first two-parter in a long time.
I know. I think we got it, though, buddy. I think we nailed it. I mean, what else is there to say? Thank you, Christopher.
Watch this movie again. Even if you watch it as soon as we told you at the beginning to watch it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tim, you already watched it twice. Thank you, Christopher, at Chopper Bronson 1 on Twitter for the suggestion. Awesome movie.
Great fucking pick.
Are we gonna pick next
we gotta,
week's?
Yeah, we got to tease next week's, right?
Yeah.
So,
Do we know what it is already?
No, we have to tease it. That's what teasing is. So it's either going to be, depending upon scheduling, it's either going to be Twilight New Moon,
It's going to be Twilight. No,
or
stop right there.
or
Nope.
I'm gonna pick one from the
I'm not gonna do it.
from the list.
Okay. I mean, I guess fuck me then, huh?
You've picked all
Who
the
cares
other
what
ones,
I have to say?
so shut up.
And they've
Twilight.
been great.
If we can get those two people on, it's going to be Twilight.
Yeah.
And by those two people, please do not misunderstand me when I say Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. There's no way that those are the two people that we're going to have on if we do Twilight New Moon. No way.
So I'm looking at our list. I've got it up here.
I don't know, the Brian Bosworth movie.
My
Sounds
penis.
pretty good.
It sounds better than it really is.
Yeah. I'm gonna go because the last one's already selected because there's 5 this month because we have a long month. The last one is already selected, so I'm going to say we go. Oh, and we have Bobby added Triangle to the list.
All right. Well, what are the choices? Just don't pick.
Okay,
one,
so
we don't know what the
here's the
choices
choices.
were.
You got Stone Cold, Twilight New Moon, Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, Island of the Dead, Meet the Feebles, The Signal, Seating.
No way we do. Fuck you. I don't care who the fuck you are. No way we're doing Meet the Feebles.
Well, it's
I
the
will
same
quit
guy
the
that
show.
picked this one, so he doesn't get 2 picks.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
He doesn't get 2 picks.
right.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
The
It's like a fucking abuse of our husband.
The signal seeding of a ghost. What the fuck
Sounds
is
sexy.
that? Yeah.
Fucking ghost.
That's what Dan Aykroyd was doing.
That's crazy. You fucking ghost and you just end up with your own cum on your stomach.
Hex, the oily maniac. I stand alone. Regurgitated sacrifice. American guinea pig. Fresh intruders. Terrifier. And triangle.
Ooh, with the clown?
Yes.
That's a pretty good one.
I'm going to say we do Terrifier.
That's not a bad pick. That's a good one. Because actually, I watched it with my wife when it came out. I don't know if it was on Netflix or whatever, Amazon. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a stupid ass movie. But it actually turned out to be pretty damn good.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've been kind of avoiding it.
Yeah.
What do you mean, if you haven't seen it?
Yeah, I don't know. Just everything people say about it, I'm like, it sounds okay.
What, everybody's saying it's a good movie? That means it sounds okay?
Everybody's
Nobody's going,
like,
I'm going to get on Facebook and Twitter and go, hey, this movie's okay.
This is perfect.
No.
Tim likes it. Candice doesn't like it, even though she's never seen it, and I'm indifferent. This is perfect.
Okay, let's see who actually is each other next week.
Yeah. So we got Terrifier or Twilight, New Moon, depending upon scheduling. Candice, is there anything you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
absolutely not. I've been on a couple of episodes of different podcasts, but they're not coming out for a while, so whatever.
Groovy. What about you, Tim?
I know I did a couple of mini bins yesterday with Daniel, Steve, and Mike from the Grind Bin.
Okay.
That makes sense. And I think I'm going to be on a Grind Bin, but probably by the time this comes out, that episode won't be out for like 3 months the way Mike does shit. So
Okay.
that and listen to Daniel's podcast. Listen to like the whole family of podcasts. We should start our own network.
We should. Only people can't commit to stuff. So I am going to be guesting on Everything I Learned from Movies sometime this month.
What movie?
Well, they're doing Nick August Cage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So if you're talking...
See, those motherfuckers, they turn that shit out. Well, they plan ahead like 7 months,
Yeah.
but the episode comes out really quick.
Yep. So they offered me a slot on there for a Nicolas Cage movie. So, of course, what did I bring? Willy's Wonderland.
That makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They never contacted me because I picked a movie, too.
Well, yeah, they told me they were done
Guess what,
with you.
Candice? Yep. They're drinking that fancy beer.
Yeah, they're done with you, Candice. No, I thought you were going to be on like The Stuff or Body
Yeah.
Melt or one of those.
Yeah, it was The Stuff.
That's coming in October. So
Oh, okay.
we'll probably be recording.
I don't remember. Yeah, because they planned shit
Yeah.
so far ahead that
Yep.
they're like, "Oh, we're going to be recording, right?" And I'm like, "Are we?"
Fucking highfalutin shit. Okay,
Mhm.
look at that.
Not us, man. We're guerrilla like the filming of this movie. We just kind of
Yeah.
do it and get
Yeah,
it
we're
out
going to get the
there.
guys from Butt Boys back.
Bloody Bits at Dawn.
I emailed them. They usually take a little while to get back. Like at least they didn't hit in the past. So we'll see. Because I want to talk to them
Hey,
about.
look, you never
Chinese
know. Did
cinema.
you listen to the new Grind Bin where the fucking guy from Lost Faith
Yes,
was
that
live
amazing.
tweeting? Yeah, oh my god.
Nah.
He's going to be on the Grind Bin.
That's
I bet
cool.
much.
Good for him, man. Yeah, other than that, I'd say pay attention to our Patreon, patreon.com/bloodybits, where you can get access to the Blood Bank with over 3,700 movies of weird exploitation and horror, as well as TV series and some music, some Coast to Coast AM, that kind of fun stuff to put you to sleep after we got you all whipped into a frenzy. And
You mean sex?
sex, yeah, you can listen to Coast AM while you're fucking. That's probably a bad idea, but, you know, whatever floats
No,
your
that's a
boat,
great
man.
idea because look, honey, Art Bell says the world's going to end in 1999.
Ah,
so it's
good one.
2020. We're definitely living on borrowed time. We better fuck quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tim.
Could you imagine the baby that would be conceived from such a union?
Ugh.
You're having sex, listening to Art Bell, and that's when, the target hits.
Oh, man. Just get a radiated nut mixed with a radiated egg and create Toxic Avenger, I suppose.
Mixed with the commercial for a crank radio.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be it, folks. Thank you very much for listening, and this is how we end it.